into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining us wherever you are in this beautiful country. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday,
Oh, yeah.
indeed.
Oh, man, what a job I have. The ladies looking gorgeous. Hopefully you're feeling inspired this morning. It's a Tuesday, so we want you to travel a little bit. Yes, we're going to be, of course, traveling to Russia a little bit later. Oh, the semi-finals have finally arrived. So we thought we'd get you in that competitive mindset. We're going to have a lot of fun this morning. Gareth Woods is here to play a brand new game. It's Mario's Tennis Aces, combining different genres, different games. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, it's definitely going to be awesome. And you know, it is the month of July. We also call it Mandela month, as everyone is gearing to celebrate Tata Madiba's centenary, not only the country, but the whole world. And we have a very, very special guest with us this morning, Zelda Lachransi. She joins us and we'll be connecting with her about some amazing things that's taking place this month.
Absolutely love that. Then I think staying on that same mode of paying tribute to the greats, those that gave so much for us, we're going to be crossing live throughout the morning to Ewan in Johannesburg for the official opening of Sisulu Circle. He's going to be chatting to a host of dignitaries this morning, and I think underlining again the sacrifices made by those who have created this incredible democracy. So it's going to be an inspiring show, I think.
Definitely inspiring. A singer-songwriter based in New York City, but in South Africa and South African, Jerry Silverman joins us in studio to perform. And just to make sure your Tuesday is started off on the right note.
We're going to rock out just a little bit, but let's get the day officially underway with those news headlines. Leanne, also looking gorgeous, is standing by.
Thank you, team, as are you, and you too at home. Let's get you updated on what's happening all around the world. In the national news this morning, the head of the global consultancy firm McKinsey yesterday apologized for overcharging Eskom as it repaid nearly 1 billion rand on a deal linked to the state capture scandal. McKinsey's global managing partner, Kevin Sneeder, told the Gibbs Business School in Johannesburg the fee was weighted towards recovering their investment rather than being in line with Eskom's situation. In that context, the fee was too large and should not have happened. The power utility, meanwhile, in a statement said that it welcomed the apology made by McKinsey. The South African Revenue Service has released a list of 10 tax offenders who have been convicted and sentenced for failing to submit their tax returns. The majority of them are business people who are relatively well known. SARS says that they were slapped with fines ranging from 2 to 20,000 rand, as well as admission of guilt fines by the courts. SARS spokesperson Janine Nkulwana says that although they've submitted their outstanding returns, they have now got a criminal record. Now moving further abroad, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to push ahead with the hydroelectric power project on the Zambezi River as he campaigns ahead of the July 30 election on a pledge to rebuild the shattered economy. Mnangagwa, who took over from ousted longtime ruler Robert Mugabe in November, has said that he intends to tackle mass unemployment by luring back foreign investment and investing in infrastructure. He said that the $4.5 billion project will be in partnership with the Zambian government. And then finally, Boris Johnson has resigned as Foreign Secretary amid a growing political crisis over Britain's Brexit strategy. He is the second senior cabinet minister to quit within hours following Brexit Secretary David Davis's exit. His departure came shortly before Theresa May began addressing Parliament about her new Brexit plan, which has angered many Conservative MPs. She said that she did not agree with the two ex-ministers about the best way to honour the result of the 2016 vote. The next Brexit negotiating round is penciled in for Monday. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Let's get a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Graham has all of those details.
Well, I suppose we have to start in Russia this morning, where the first finalist of the 2018 Soccer World Cup will be decided tonight as France face off against old foes Belgium in the semi-finals. Playing in their sixth World Cup semi-final, France will be at the St. Petersburg Stadium at 8, and you can catch all of the action live on SABC1. Then a great day for South African tennis as Kevin Anderson's Wimbledon run continued yesterday as he beat Gael Monfils in the round of 16. After winning the first set, the South Africans suffered a small setback as Monfils bounced back and looked set to tie up the match, but that only proved to motivate Anderson as he went on to claim the 3-1 win. In other results, Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal and Serena Williams all secured straight sets victories in their round of 16 encounters. And on to cycling, the Tour de France has a new race leader. That came yesterday as Greg van Avermaet came out on top after his BMC Racing team won that stage 3 time trial. Van Avermaet, his team, the BMTs, clocked 38 minutes and 46 seconds on the 35-kilometer route, finishing just ahead of Chris Froome's Team Sky. After the time trial, Daryl Impey currently sits as the highest placed South African on the general standing, and he is in 21st place. And of course, we'll delve a little deeper into that World Cup action on the way tonight in the first half hour of the show, so stay tuned for that.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand, Defy.
Well, let's get your Tuesday underway by taking a look at what to expect in your temperatures. And it seems like most parts of the country can expect mild temperatures with partly cloudy conditions, while along the eastern coast, temperatures are a little bit warmer. But let's look at those temperatures for today. Polokwane, a low of 6 with a high of 19. Mbombela, 9, reaching a high of 24. Pretoria, 7, 18. Johannesburg, 5, 17. Mahikeng, 6 with a high of 19. Partly cloudy in Klerksdorp, a low of 4, a high of 18. Kimberley, 6 with a high of 18. Bloemfontein, 1, reaching a high of 17. Richards Bay, 13 with a high of 26. Sunny conditions in Pietermaritzburg with a low of 8, a high of 24. Sunny in Durban, 15 with a high of 24. Partly cloudy in Mthatha, 5 with a high of 22. East London, 14, reaching a high of 26. Partly cloudy in Cradock, a low of 4, a high of 20. Port Elizabeth, 11, reaching a high of 23. George, 12 with a high of 20. Sutherland, 5, reaching a high of 14. Cape Town, partly cloudy today, a low of 11 with a high of 19. Worcester, 6, 22. Springbok, 10, reaching a high of 22. And Uppington, a low of 8 with a high of 21 degrees Celsius. Well, I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. I'll bring you another update in half an hour.
Well, we live in a world that is constantly changing and life is just getting so much faster by the day. I can't keep up, you guys. So let's welcome today, the 10th of July, and take a look at what happened in history on this day.
I think we're going to give it a musical vibe this morning. Let's start with this iconic rock band. In the year 2000, multiple Grammy Award-winning alternative rock band Coldplay released their debut album at that, Parachutes, with, of course, the title track Yellow, and I think that's where they announced their arrival on the world scene.
Very, very cool. And then on this day in 1965, the Rolling Stones had their first #1 hit on the US Billboard charts with I Can't Get Any I Can't Get No Satisfaction from the album Out of Their Heads.
Look at the hair game is just too strong. I love it, man. So then, keeping with those #1 hits of the past, in 1964, the Beatles released A Hard Day's Night off the soundtrack for their first film of the same name, and another icon. So celebrating with icons today.
We love it. We absolutely love it. Well, that is our bite-sized dose of what happened on this day in history. Seize the day and go out there, make it one for the books.
Well, we are taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show, so make sure you go refill those coffee cups. When we get back, it is Gaming Tuesday. We're going to review the game Mario Tennis Aces. And then, of course, we need to get into that World Cup chit-chat, and that's all coming up after the break.
Catch another installment of the Afternoon Express Cook Along today, live at 4:30 on SABC3. And joining us in the kitchen is guest chef Hope Mulau, who shows us how to prepare a healthy yellowtail with olive potato salad. Plus, our special celebrity guest is former Generation star and entrepreneur Thato Mulamu, who's about to launch the first ever Township Film Academy in Gauteng. That's Afternoon Express, weekdays at 4:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
a star to bring us to be kind, to bring us to our knees in time. And I wonder, I wonder, wonder, I wonder, Earth. And I wonder, I wonder, wonder, I wonder, Earth. Is there a star to bring us back to birth? Darling, is there a chance to take this hurting and peel back the scars? Is there a chance to take this morning and feed it to the grass? Is there a chance to end this looting? Allow ourselves to allow ourselves. Could I have a bit more vocals? Hopeful, no more I know. Through stillness brings presence in the mind, fondness to act. May we find beauty and pleasure in the shadow of all our doubts, to bring us face to face with grace. And I wonder, I wonder, wonder, I wonder, I wonder.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and thank you for choosing us to start your morning with. It's time for us to connect with you on social media, and yesterday the big bomb dropped that the Global Citizen Festival is taking place in Johannesburg at the end of this year, and they've announced a star-studded lineup. I'm talking about Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. Of course, there's also going to be performances by Beyonce and Jay-Z, our very own Casper Nyovest, Ed Sheeran, just to name a few of the star-studded lineup. We asked you which performance are you most looking forward to seeing, and just to connect with you on social, Garth says, morning peeps, I'm looking forward to Beyonce and Ed Sheeran and Casper Nyovest. Cannot wait for their music. Malebo says, morning fam, I'm looking forward to Casper Nyovest and Beyonce's performance. Thomas says, morning Expresso team, I can't wait to see Ed Sheeran and Jay-Z and Casper Nyovest perform. Of course, a lot of people sharing all of their excitement on social media, and we would love to hear from you. So why don't you head on over to our Facebook page and let us know who you are most excited to see perform at the end of the year.
Beyonce, just say. Well, we all know that Nelson Mandela is a man revered not only for his actions, but also his words of wisdom too. Now, 2018 is Tata Madiba's centenary year. So every day this July, a month that we have come to celebrate as Mandela Month, we are going to be taking a look at some of the most evocative and profound insights that he shared during his lifetime.
I mean, not only was he an amazing orator and wordsmith, but the meaning behind his quotes and the words that we now love to borrow from. I think every speech just about these days features something, but I think all of us are looking for a deeper meaning now, with it being the centenary year, to motivate ourselves to do something truly special. So this really is, I think, and it feels quite self-indulgent, but it really is one of the most meaningful quotes. Action without vision is only passing time. Vision without action, merely daydreaming. But vision with action can change the world.
Oh, powerful, powerful stuff. Gets me right in the feels right there. So South Africa and the world is truly a better place because of the sacrifices Nelson Mandela made while fighting the struggle alongside some formidable heroes. So we encourage you to go out there today and spread a little bit of Tata Madiba's spirit.
Oh man, so we're going to let that resonate with you for just a while we get into the competitive spirit. I know it's all about the World Cup at the moment, but let's not forget about tennis. Of course, some Wimbledon being played. So who do we desperately want to see playing a game of tennis? It's the Super Mario Brothers. In fact, Mario is about to take center stage and center court right now with Gareth Woods.
All right, so the Wimbledon Championship is upon us, but among the Serena Williams and the Roger Federers of this world is another hero. Mario is back this week with Tennis Aces for the Nintendo Switch, and serving us the juicy details this morning, our gaming expert Gareth Woods. Gareth, so good to have you back.
Yeah, always good to be here.
Particularly excited for this game, man. I've been enjoying this with my boy. We've spent hours playing this already, and it's phenomenal.
So what you're saying is I stand no chance?
Pretty much, pretty much. But this is interesting. So currently we're in two-player mode, and we've kind of broken up the Switch and the side controllers.
Yeah, so as small as you like, and it fits in the palm of your hand. You can hide your controls from your opponent.
So listen, we're going to battle it out in just a second, but before we get into it, we featured another tennis game not so long ago on Expresso, but this is very far removed from that
The only
one.
similarity is that it's got the word tennis in it, pretty much. Otherwise, it's complete Mario takeover of the concept of tennis. So there's a story mode, play against bosses and all the characters you've come to love from the Mario universe.
Yeah.
But then, of course, there's the more traditional tennis. But there are power-ups and there's all sorts of crazy special moves, and so it's far removed from like a serious tennis game.
Absolutely, and I love the fact that it's colourful and it's bright and it caters for everyone. I mean, I'm enjoying this. I think even more than my 6-year-old boy.
And you'll have to admit, the story mode can get quite difficult.
It gets
the
very,
learning
very
curve is
difficult.
very steep. Yeah.
It gets very difficult, but it keeps you occupied, and that's the thing. I mean, you've got a long time that you need to spend in terms of playing and beating those bosses. Let's get into the game here quickly. Who are you going to choose?
I don't know, I got a thing for Donkey Kong.
For Donkey Kong. I am going to choose, okay, so Mario and Luigi obviously are heroes, so let's not go there. I'm going to go with Boo.
Okay.
All right, a little ghosty. There we go. So we have it. Two-player battle mode. Here we go. What I love about this game is that it makes the use of mechanics typically you find in your kind of your fighting games as well. What element do you feel that adds to this game specifically?
Well, I think with a lot of tennis games, it's purely on skill. You kind of matched evenly. Here, you got to manage things like your power-up meters, and so when to use your special move and when to counter your opponent. So it adds a little bit of something extra. And it's the kind of thing that even if you're behind, you can pull out that special move and make a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, and I love the fact because each and every character has got this unique power-up once you're able to fill up the energy bar. And you're able to do some crazy stunts. Okay, so I'm Boo. I think I've got the ball. No, you've got the ball. Okay, there we go. Let's see. All right. Going down, Gareth. Not a chance. Special move. There we go. Bam. Did you see that? And I mean, this gets quite intense, man. I love this.
I mean, you showed there the kind of invisibility move that Boo's got.
Yeah.
Where he can just disappear for a second.
There
you go.
Bam.
Oh, where is he? Oh,
it's
to the start. Nice cross court.
We are playing now two players, but you mentioned the story mode, which is I love the story mode, the characters, what Mario has to go through to battle these bosses.
Yeah.
What do you make of the story mode, man?
What I like about it is, you can still play the traditional tennis mode against the computer. Ooh, net. But what the story mode does is it gives you a lot of things you would never expect from tennis games. So you fight against bosses, and then there are all sorts of puzzles to solve, and all using the tennis mechanic.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's a single-player Mario game.
That's it. And I also love the fact that the courts are unique. It's not like your typical tennis courts. I mean, we're playing in the ruins right now, as you can see. You've got the iconic Mario pipes. Where these
so this is probably the most
come out.
traditionally tennis court one.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've seen others. You've got the piranha plants that pop up, eat your ball, and then spit it out at your opponent at much faster speed. You've got kind of the snow stages where everything's slippery. This is pretty much the most ordinary one.
Yeah. No, it gets quite intense, and I'm actually. Oh, you have a power up already. Okay, I've got to see if I can stop this now.
I'm going to use the gyro. I'm going to hit that out because.
No, you're not. I'm still going to try and stop it though.
Slow mo.
I did it, and the point is almost mine. Wait, hang on. Stop it.
We're struggling to speak at the same time as playing.
You did it. Okay, come on, it's match point. Let's get into the match point.
Match point.
This is yours, man. If you take this, I can't believe.
With the inaugural Expresso Mario Aces tournament. It's the forearm winner down the corner.
You know what? I demand a rematch, but I love this. Mario Tennis Aces. Gareth, I love this game. Definitely one of my favorite games at the moment that I'm playing, man. Thank you very much. So Mario Tennis Aces, man, check it out for yourself on the Nintendo Switch if you have it. Let us know what you think about it, because I absolutely love this game. But as usual, for all the latest in gaming, stick with us, your Feel Good Breakfast Show. All right, dude, rematch. Let's go.
So we're going to take the quickest of breaks then. Brace yourself. It's Le Classico tonight. Belgium up against France in the first of our World Cup 2018 semi-final. So much to talk about. We're going to give you a bit of a play-by-play of how they got there and what we can expect. Two powerhouse outfits, two attacking sides. It's going to be awesome.
Well, I agree with you. Definitely hands down the best World Cup
Yeah,
so far.
man. It's been awesome.
And then we also have a very special guest with us this morning, Zelda Lagranzi. She joins us and shares how she's going to honor Tata Madiba's legacy, and we're going to chat to her after the break.
So, Princess, you're busy at the back there today. Busy, girl.
Meet the remaining finalists on Presenter Search on 3. From Durban, Balisa Tembe is an actress and YouTuber who loves to give back by volunteering at a children's home in the local community.
Growing up with 4 brothers is like having your worst enemy and your best friend right next door. And there's 4 of them. Continue to kill the game and slay all day. I absolutely love working with children because when you work with children, you're dealing with such an innocent and pure soul. I could learn a lot. A little later on in the show, we've got DJ Data coming in. And you know his latest single, Malume, oh Malume. Hey, hey, hey. I want to be a TV presenter because I believe I have the gift of the gab. And honestly, do you see this personality working in front of a desk? Come join me. I want to be the type of TV presenter to truly jump out of the TV, be in your home, sit with you on the couch and just have a great conversation. I'm Balisa Tembe and thank you for tuning in and making my day every day. So here's to the future because we got through the past. I finally found somebody that can make me laugh. Ha 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 ha. You're so crazy.
Catch Presenter Search on 3, Thursday nights at 8:30 and watch the top 10 compete to become one of 3 new presenters on SABC3. The stage is yours.
And the mindfulness to act. May we find beauty and pleasure in the shadow of all our doubts, to bring us face to face with grace. And I wonder, is there a star to bring us back to birth? Darling, is there a chance to take this hurting and peel back the scars? Is there a chance to take this morning and feed it to the grass? Is there a chance to end this looting? Allow ourselves to grieve, grieve, grieve.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, let the crowds cheer it up. You know what time it is. It's football, FIFA World Cup chat time. And of course, Today, a very important one because the semi-finals are upon us and a big matchup today between Le Bleu and the Red Devils, if you will, of Belgium.
Can I officially say game on? It is. I'm going to call it Le Classico tonight.
Le Classico.
Le Classico. You've got two beautiful, a narrative on both sides that really does show an attacking kind of football, but these nations have played each other many times, over 90 times. I think Belgium have the winning record, 30 over France's 24. France looking to make it to a final for the second time. Of course, they made it to the final in 98 and won it, and that's 20 years on, so they're celebrating an anniversary. And interestingly enough, Didier Drogba played in that team, and he is now part of the management team. Control a game, and I think that's why the pundits have given them the slightest of edges on the books. For me, Belgium looked like a better team.
I was about to say that. As a team, Belgium looked like they're a force to be reckoned with. They haven't had such an easy run of things when it came to the stages before the semi-finals. But of course, them putting down Brazil was a marker for sure to say to the world, we are here for this World Cup and nothing else. Romelu Lukaku, from the very beginning of the competition, has been deadly in front of goal, which is exactly what you need from a striker. But then when you kind of like put them against each other, you think individual players against each other, Lukaku versus Mbappe or Griezmann, I'm always choosing Griezmann. And Mbappe.
And De Bruyne was absolutely superb. But what I'm loving about this is the fact that you've got two teams that play very similarly. Both Deschamps and Martinez, they had to make some changes to their structure. They freed up their wings to open up more space in the middle. So you're going to see Lukaku, I think, dominating on the right wing again. Will we see De Bruyne have the same kind of space to play around in the middle? But you've got two of undoubtedly the best attacking sides in world football at the moment. It's third ranked plays seventh ranked, so they're in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm sure Zoe was devastated when Neymar was on his knees there.
Well, shame, he was rolling a lot though. But listen, I need to ask you guys, who do you think is going to be in that final between this France?
I was just about to say, tonight's battle, I think, might actually go down to a battle of the keepers.
Yeah, man. And
it might be.
I mean, Lloris, obviously, there's an emotional attachment. He's a Spurs man. But the way that Courtois was buoyed by his team's performance, it's got the makings of one of the best World Cup showdowns ever. I believed in Belgium from the beginning. I kind of saw them as the dark horse. They've been tested, which I think is vital in a World Cup. You need to have been pushed to the brink to see that you can fight back. And against Japan, they had to. They had to dig deep, test their squad. Fellaini came through and delivered the goods.
And the clinical finish of that counter-attack just shows that you cannot give them a hair's breadth. And for me, if I were to call a final at the moment, I'm seeing a Belgium-England final.
I was crying about the fact that we didn't see the two A teams, if you will, play in the group stages. There was so much excitement around that. And maybe now the gods of football will smile on us. And maybe there was a reason for that. I think it's going to help England having had a bit of a break. Is it helping Belgium? It might. When you see how much it means to have a little bit of extra juice going into extra time, they've played a lot of games now. It really has been a tough physical journey, but what I'm loving about the way that the coaching structures have changed, and we've seen it with Southgate as well, and that's, I think, is going to be the most interesting thing, is can we see an adaptation of the way that we've played? We've been going on about the return of the wing back, the fact that we are seeing attacking defenders now opening up those spaces in the midfield, so that we can see these kind of false nines, if you will, starting to get more space in the middle. But that might be the wrong way to go tonight. If you've got two teams that are opening up spaces like that, how will they adapt? I think it's going to come down to Martinez and Deschamps tonight, how quickly they can react. And I have a feeling that the subs are going to play a massive role. And maybe, just maybe, why the French have got the edge here from the bookies is that we haven't seen Pogba shine.
I was about to say, Pogba versus De Bruyne, Lukaku versus Mbappe. That for me is screaming Belgium all the way.
I'm just looking at two teams that have got players that can all run sub 100 meters. It's going to be amazing. Can you sense that quiet?
You would be happy if this would be a final matchup.
It could actually be the final, but England all the way. I've got to believe that.
There's a new fan park set up at Century City where people are going to be gathering to watch.
Absolutely love it. But I think wherever your allegiances lie, this has got to be, and you said it earlier, Zoe, one of the coolest World Cups ever. One for the underdogs. One for a new golden generation to make their mark.
Well, you give us your score predictions on our social media platforms. Watch the games and we'll catch up on the scores tomorrow. Let's go!
In the national news this morning, the head of the global consultancy firm McKinsey yesterday apologized for overcharging Eskom as it repaid nearly 1 billion rand on a deal linked to the state capture scandal. The power utility, meanwhile, in a statement, said it welcomed the apology made by McKinsey. The South African Revenue Service has released a list of 10 tax offenders who have been convicted and sentenced for failing to submit their tax returns. SARS says they have been slapped with fines ranging from 2 to 20,000 rand, as well as admission of guilt fines by the courts, and they have now got a criminal record. On the international front, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to push ahead with a hydroelectric power project on the Zambezi River as he campaigns ahead of the July 30 election on a pledge to rebuild the shattered economy. Mnangagwa said that he intends to tackle mass unemployment by luring back foreign investment and investing in infrastructure. And then finally, Boris Johnson has resigned as Foreign Secretary amid growing political crisis over Britain's exit strategy, or rather Brexit strategy. He was the second senior cabinet minister to quit within hours following Brexit Secretary David Davis's exit. His departure came shortly before Premier Theresa May began addressing Parliament about her new Brexit plan. Well, that was your 6:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
So let's kick it off in Russia, where the first finalist of the 2018 Soccer World Cup will be decided tonight as France face off against Belgium in the semi-finals. Kickoff at the St. Petersburg Stadium is at 8 o'clock. You can catch every ball live on SABC 1. Then in tennis, Kevin Anderson's Wimbledon run continued yesterday as he beat Gael Monfils in the round of 16 by 3-1. Also wins for Roger Federer and Serena Williams. And in the Tour de France, it has a new race leader yesterday. Greg van Avermaet, he came out on top after his BMC racing team won the Stage 3 time trial. More on all of those stories on the top of the hour.
Well, another day of mild temperatures awaits with some partly cloudy conditions, while along the eastern coast, you can expect a bit warmer temperatures. Well, let's look at what you can expect for today. We start off in Polokwane, where the low of 6 with a high of 19 can be expected. Mbombela 9 with a high of 24. Pretoria 7-18, partly cloudy in Johannesburg 5-17. Mahikeng 6 with a high of 19. Klerksdorp 4 with a high of 18. Kimberley 6 with a high of 18. Bloemfontein 1 reaching a high of 17. Sunny conditions in Richards Bay, a low of 13, a high of 26. If you're in Pietermaritzburg, 8 with a high of 24 can be expected. Durban 15-24. Mthatha 5 with a high of 22. East London 14 reaching a high of 26. If you're in Cradock, 4 is your minimum, 20 your maximum. Port Elizabeth 11 with a high of 23. George 12 reaching a high of 20. Sutherland 5-14. Cape Town 11 reaching a high of 19. Worcester 6-22. Springbok 10-22. And Uppington, a low of 8 with a high of 21 degrees Celsius can be expected for your Tuesday morning. I'll bring you another weather update in half an hour, but I hope you have a fantastic day.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Well, stick around with us on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we come back, we chat to former President Nelson Mandela's personal aide, Zelda Legansi, of course, one of our favorite people to have on set, and talk about how she is continuing to celebrate Ntate Mandela's legacy.
Exactly. And what is the show without some music? So we are going to get our musical artist, Jerry Silverman. We're going to get to know her a little bit better after the break with some of those rapid fire questions, as we do.
Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee. See you after the break.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for joining us and starting the day off with us. Right now, let's take a look at some headlines from the entertainment world, Leanne.
My life nearly ended or began yesterday. I can't tell because I was losing my mind.
Drums.
If you were following social media yesterday and the news and everywhere, you would have probably seen the best news ever, that international advocacy organization Global Citizen officially announced that Beyonce and Jay-Z will headline the first Global Citizen Festival to be held in Africa. This is going to be in Joburg on the 2nd of December. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. It's a Sunday, and this is going to be at, of course, the stadium in Joburg. Now, it's a free ticketed event, and you need to get involved by making sure that you are going to be, of course, signing up. Now, basically, this is the culmination of the Global Citizens Mandela 100 campaign in partnership with the House of Mandela, and it's a series of global events honoring the life and legacy of Tata Madiba and his centenary year. Now, the event will be hosted by Oprah Winfrey. Everybody's getting on.
What?
I know. Naomi Campbell, Gayle King, Bob Geldof, Tyler Perry, Forrest Whitaker, and our very own Bonang Mateba is going to be in there because we must always. And then, of course, some of the names that will be performing besides Beyonce and Jay-Z. We've got Casper Nyovest, D-Bunge, Ed Sheeran, Eddie Vedder's going to be there. Femi Kuti is going to be there, Pharrell Williams, Chris Martin, Tiwa Savage, Usher,
Shoma Josie.
Absolutely amazing. Now you're probably wondering how you can get involved. It is a free concert, but you are actually needing to sign up to www.globalcitizen.org.za to be amongst the first to be notified of the Action Journey launch. Now, actions include emailing world leaders, signing petitions, and using social media to generate commitments in support of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. But enough from me. Take a listen to this.
Wow.
Did you know it's been 100 years since Nelson Mandela Madiba was born?
Yeah.
And he said we could be the generation
to alleviate extreme poverty.
So, Global Citizen is going to come here to the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg on December the 2nd, 2018 to do a concert featuring the likes of
Pharrell Williams,
Shoma Josie,
Chris Martin,
Ed Sheeran, Casper Nyovest,
Usher,
Femi Kuti,
Eddie Vedder,
D-Bunge,
Wizkid,
Tiwa Savage,
Beyonce,
Jay-Z. Have you heard of any of these people?
Are you joking right now?
Yeah, I was a big joke. No.
This is too much. Okay, but this is the craziest part about this, is that you actually can't buy tickets. So how do people come here?
Thank you for asking. You earn your free tickets by taking actions to alleviate extreme poverty.
And together, we can be the generation.
Chris Martin, Majosi on the same, Shoma Josie on the same screen. I mean, this is a great way of getting citizens involved in things that actually make a difference, and it's good to see mega stars around the world using their power and influence for
We've got
change.
6 months to make a huge difference, you guys. So get involved, go to that website, sign
Register.
up, and of course, make sure that we make a difference. And on that day, it's going to be a party of note.
You know the website's going to crash like on day one, right?
It's okay, it's for a good cause.
It is all for a good cause, and I believe they will be broadcasting it too. So if you don't get a ticket, you'll still see all the action going down.
I'm in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
my
was
single
our
ladies.
local
Oh, my single
entertainment
ladies.
news. Of
Oh,
course,
my
we're super
single ladies.
excited about
Oh,
it.
my
But stick
single
around,
ladies.
some
Put your
international
hands
entertainment news still coming
Put your
your way.
hands up. Put your hands
Oh man, feeling so inspired this morning as the rest of the country, in fact the world, gears up for the Nelson Mandela Centenary celebrations. Bikers from across South Africa will ride for charity to mark Mandela Day this year. Bikers for Mandela Day, in partnership with the Nelson Mandela Foundation, will this year rally in aid of Keep a Girl Child in School, one of the coolest organizations in the country. The aim is to collect sanitary pads for the 3 million girls who annually miss school because they cannot afford basic sanitary products. What has gone wrong in this country? Joining us in studio, we have former personal assistant to Tata Madiba, Zelda Lachransi, to tell us more about the cause and how you at home can help. Zelda, please can you do your wave, your trademark wave? You've done it so brilliantly all morning.
Yeah.
Zelda, hopefully you feel how much we love having you on the show.
Thank you.
And it does feel quite self-indulgent because, yes, you always hear talking about these incredible organizations, incredible work that you're doing, but it feels in some way that you allow us, the plebs of this world, to take one step closer to Tata Madiba. So I've got to ask on a personal level, how are you feeling about the centenary year? This is a massive, massive year.
I think we are also busy, Graham. We are overwhelmed at the moment with logistics, so we're not getting into the feeling, but there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of goodwill, as we discussed, and you can feel it, people are gearing up to celebrate big next week. So it's a good thing, Madiba loved birthdays, but he also loved people celebrating with him. So I wish he was here to see how people now celebrate.
Yeah, and we also off camera, you were talking about the World Cup, and there just seem to be so many, this confluence of things. It's a perfect storm. We can do something truly incredible. Now, I was shaking my head at that statistic. 3 million girls are unable to go to school every year because of this need of sanitary pads. And this is where you guys step into aid. Keep a girl child in school. Out of all of the organizations that you could be, and I'm sure you get many petitioning you, why keep a girl child in school? Why is this so important?
Well, the Trek for Mandela campaign was started by the CEO of the Nelson Mandela Foundation, Selu Hatting, a few years ago, and they've been working at this tirelessly, trying to decrease this number of girls by providing raising sanitary pads through Trek for Mandela. So this year we thought, let's give them a push, let's try extra harder, because it's not that many, for 180 Rand, you can put one girl through school a year, providing her with enough sanitary pads. Just 180 Rand. We spend that on lunch. Yeah. We don't even blink spending that. So we can really change this. We can really, eradicate 3 million easily through this campaign, and we hope so.
You're a biker chick. There is something really cool about the way that this campaign comes together. How effective has it been, what you guys have done in the past? I know this is not your first rodeo, and it seems to be gaining momentum. Hopefully this year will be the best yet. But give us an idea of the footprint so far.
Yes, we've travelled jointly. There's several initiatives going on, people that have taken on Bikers for Mandela Day now, and we encourage that. If you add them all, we've done about 100,000 kilometers in South Africa and surrounds. We've reached out to more than 10,000 people who've really felt what Bikers for Mandela Day can do for them. So it's been quite a journey. It's always been an exclusive group traveling South Africa, but this year we tried to decentralize it, and we're trying to do 2 mass rides to allow more people to participate.
It used to be that you would attract celebrities and dignitaries who could ride. Now there's celebrities going out learning to ride so that they can take part in something like this. How is it all going to go down? Where does it start? Where does it finish? How do we support?
On Saturday in Cape Town, we are asking people to gather at the Grand Parade at 8 o'clock Saturday morning. Motorbikers, scooter drivers, Vespas, anything with 2 wheels and an engine, welcome. The bikers all just need to bring a packet of sanitary pads to be donated, and then around 9 o'clock we'll depart from the City Hall to Paul to Drakensberg prison where Madiba was released, and we'll put all these sanitary pads at the feet of his statue. On Sunday, we are asking bikers to join us at the Nelson Mandela Foundation in Houghton. So all Gauteng bikers and scooter drivers again are welcome to join us there. Also bring a packet of sanitary pads, and we'll be driving to the Union buildings where we will again put these sanitary pads at the feet of Madiba's statue.
Oh, Zelda, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. I know it's an exhausting run, but it is so worth it. So thank you so much for your tireless efforts and the team that you represent. I know this is a big group. Stay safe on the bike, as always, when you do. But please stick around. We're going to have a little bit of fun with you this morning. Sure. But we absolutely love you. We love the fact that you are continuing Tata Madiba's legacy. And I know this is a very special year for you on a personal level, apart from everything else that's going on. So please savor that as well. But we love having you on set. I think it really does inspire us. So thank you so much. Anyone can make a difference and change the world all around them. All it requires is the will to get up and actually do something. And if you want to wave farewell to the Bikers for Mandela Day, they'll be kicking off, as Zelda said, from the Grand Parade here in Cape Town on Saturday, the 14th of July, from 8 a.m., departing at 9:30 a.m.
All right, well, it's that time of the morning where we get to know our superstar of the morning, who is just getting her tea now. Sis Princess serving up the beautiful hot drinks. This is Jerry Silverman, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio. Yes, yes. And how we do it, getting to know her, first impressions, quick fire series of questions, and then we can talk about the music. Are you ready, Jerry? Here we go.
Yeah.
Start the clock. If you had a time machine, would you go to the past or the future?
The future.
Would you like a beach getaway or wild retreat?
Wild retreat.
South Africa or New York?
South Africa.
If you weren't a musician, what would you be?
A painter.
Name the one person that inspired you.
Anita Franco.
Toilet roll over or under?
Over.
Who's the last person you messaged and what did you say?
My friend in New York told her I missed her.
Movies or books?
Books.
Last album you bought?
Mine.
Good one. Favorite color?
Red.
What is the first thing you look for in a partner?
Patience.
Favorite word?
Boo.
Who's the last person you said I love you to?
You got me there. My brother.
Cher or Madonna?
Madonna.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Oh! That was a good one. That was a good one.
Sweating.
There we go. That's how we like to break the ice.
Yeah.
Are you sure it was your brother that you said I love you to? You sure you want to revise that answer?
Sure. It's really early in the morning to be discussing this.
Relax, don't worry. We shan't question you any further on that. But what I want to talk about is your music and how it's progressed, especially over the past 10 years. Very recently, on the 29th of June, you dropped your first full-length album, which is amazing. Congratulations on that. But you've spent a lot of time in New York. Tell me about the journey to leave from leaving South Africa to going to New York and pursuing music in the Big Apple.
Yeah, I initially went to New York to study acting. I didn't play music at the time. And then while I was there and studying the music, I feel like New York kind of brought out this writer and I became a musician.
The concrete jungle. And
yes.
What was it like being there? I mean, they say that when you're in New York, talent is in abundance. You literally go to the subway and there are people busking there that are deserving of being recording artists. That's just how good and how tough it is to make it there.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Everyone's amazing, and there's an amazing person on every corner, in every theatre, and everyone is working their hardest to be the best that they can.
Yeah. And you were doing some busking yourself.
I did, yeah.
What kind of people did you run into while you were doing that?
Oh, all sorts of people, like really cool people, really weird people. I also busked a lot for couples to get married.
Really?
So it was like a surprise, and then it was very romantic.
How many successful proposals did you busk to?
Actually, all of them were successful.
100% strike rate?
Yeah.
So do you hire out your services as a proposal busker?
Yeah, I'm like a special consultant. We choose the song, we write the song.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, I would.
You should have just gone with it because you sold me. I was like, whoa. All right. And then Dear Life, your full-length album, that's amazing. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's a 12-track album. Recorded it in New York. I had written the songs over about 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
So I've been sitting, some of them were new and some of them I'd been working with for a long time. So it was really exciting to finally get all these tracks out.
Yes.
That really meant a lot to me.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here, and we can't wait to hear your music from that album. So make sure that you stay tuned, and also make sure that you stay following you at Jerry Silverman on all the social media platforms.
And my name is spelled Jeri, just in case anyone is confused.
Make sure if the typo monster tries to climb into your phone, they just Jeri. We'll have more from Jerry Silverman a little bit later on.
Well, we love our morning coffees here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and that's why it's that time of the morning for us to dip a Oma. And this morning we have the lovely Zelda Lagrancy in studio, and she's going to show us how she likes to hashtag dip a Oma. Zelda, we've come to realize that there are many ways to dip a Oma. We've even got our Dip a Oma Wall of Fame, where we've had various, important guests show us how they dip a Oma. So naturally, I need to ask you, do you have a favorite flavor of Rusk?
Yes, definitely the buttermilk's my favorite.
And so you're going to show us how you hashtag dip a Oma.
So I'm going to call it the Kinaku
Okay.
Dip a Oma. You have to be cautious though, because you don't want the thing to break off. So
No.
it's here, the coffee is here, the Rusk is here, the World Cup is here, Mandela Day is here, the 100th celebration, it's all here. So just cautiously, just a little bit so it doesn't break.
Okay.
And then you
take a nice little bite. There we go. And you see, naturally now your mouth is full, so I must keep talking. It is called the Kanaku dip. I really, really like that. And you're obviously ready for this weekend. It is a big one for you guys. You're embarking on something so awesome for Mandela Day, Bikers for Mandela, to keep girls in school. As Tata Madiba's former personal aide, you guys must have shared many, many cups to discuss things. Is he a tea or a coffee man?
Well, both.
Okay.
He enjoyed his coffee after every meal. He would have a small cup of coffee. He called it a small cup of coffee, but it was actually an espresso cup.
Okay.
But it's not a word that he ever used. He would say a small cup of coffee, and then it was an espresso. So after every meal, and then in between the day, he would have tea with a little bit of honey in. So he was a bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's great having you on the show. Thank you for visiting us, and all the best with this weekend. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible, and please do come visit us again.
Thank you very much. So
Okay.
hospitable here. Thanks.
So you can show us again the Kanaku dip. I think I'm going to try one as well. So just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
because
dip
you
so
want
that
to keep the crunch as well. So
want to keep the crunch.
Not too wet.
Well, there we go. We're definitely adding you to our Dipper Omar wall of fame. Thank you. There we go. Just a little. There we go.
Cozy up this winter and Dipper Omar.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Tuesday, so you know we need to have a young medical chat. This morning, we're dealing with the topic of heartburn. Do you suffer from it? Do you have a question or comment? 021 430 9881 is that number to dial.
And the perfect relief for your heartburn, some Tuesday tunes from Jerry Silverman coming to you live after the break.
So let me put it to the right. Perfect.
Cool, guys, let's quickly test all the lines. Can we just test acoustic? Getting acoustic. Still nothing. Okay, is your guitar open?
Sorry. I wonder. On this one? I don't know.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Now, her soulful, stirring melodies have been described as delicate, raw, unapologetic. And now, South African singer-songwriter Jerry Silverman joins us in studio to start your Tuesday in the right kind of way. Here she is performing a song called I Wonder.
walking through this crazy world, hoping there's a start to bring us to be kind, to bring us to our knees in time. And I wonder, I wonder, wonder, I wonder, and I wonder, I wonder, wonder, I wonder, is there a star to bring us back to birth? Darling, is there a chance to take this hurting and peel back the scars? Is there a chance to take this morning and feed it to the grass? Is there a chance to take this, allow ourselves to, allow ourselves to? Hopeful, the more I know. Through stillness brings presence, and my phone is to act. May we find beauty and pleasure in the shadow of all our doubts, to bring us face to face with grace. And I wonder, I wonder, wonder, I wonder, and I wonder, I wonder, wonder, I wonder, is there a star to bring us back to birth? Darling, is there a chance to take this hurting and peel back the scars? Is there a chance to take this morning and feed it to the grass? Is there a chance to end this looting? Allow ourselves to, allow ourselves to grieve, grieve, grieve.
Jerry Silverman on your Feel Good Breakfast Show with I Wonder, a track off the latest album called Dear Life. What inspired I Wonder?
There was a lot of terrible things happening in the world, a lot of police brutality in the States, a lot of doing very bad things to our land. And so this is a song about how we can better take care of ourselves and the planet.
Fantastic. I love that you use your voice to address these kind of things, and thank you very much for sharing that music with us. And I hope that you enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought about that performance on our Feel Good Breakfast Show's Facebook page, and we'll have more from Jerry Silverman a little bit later on.
In the national news this morning, the head of the global consultancy firm McKinsey yesterday apologized for overcharging Eskom as it repaid nearly 1 billion rand on a deal linked to the state capture scandal. McKinsey's global managing partner, Kevin Sneeder, told the Gibbs Business School in Johannesburg the fee was weighted towards recovering their investment rather than being in line with Eskom's situation. In that context, the fee was too large and should not have happened. The power utility, meanwhile, in a statement, said that it welcomed the apology made by McKinsey. The South African Revenue Service has released a list of 10 tax offenders who have been convicted and sentenced for failing to submit their tax returns. The majority of them are business people who are relatively well known. SARS says they have been slapped with fines ranging from 2 to 20,000 rand, as well as admission of guilt fines by the courts. SARS spokesperson Janine Qulwana says that although they've submitted their outstanding returns, they now have a criminal record. Now moving further abroad, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to push ahead with a hydroelectric power project on the Zambezi River as he campaigns ahead of the 30th of July elections in a pledge to rebuild the shattered economy. Mnangagwa, who took over from ousted longtime ruler Robert Mugabe in November, has said that he intends to tackle mass unemployment by luring back foreign investment and investing in infrastructure. He said the $4.5 billion project will be in partnership with the Zambian government. And then finally, Boris Johnson has resigned as Foreign Secretary amid a growing political crisis over Britain's Brexit strategy. He is the second senior cabinet minister to quit within hours following Brexit Secretary David Davis's exit. His departure came shortly before Theresa May began addressing Parliament about her new Brexit plan, which has angered many Conservative MPs. She said she did not agree with the two ex-ministers about the best way to honour the results of the 2016 vote. The next Brexit negotiating round is penciled in for Monday. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
We have to kick it off in Russia, where the first finalist of the 2018 Soccer World Cup will be decided tonight as France face off with Belgium in the semi-finals. Playing in their sixth World Cup semi-final, France. Tonight's match kicks off at the St. Petersburg Stadium at 8. Catch every ball live on SABC1. Then Kevin Anderson's Wimbledon run continued yesterday as he beat Gael Monfils in the round of 16. After winning the first set, the South African suffered a small setback. It looked like Monfils was bouncing back to tie up the match, but that only proved to motivate Anderson as he went on to claim the 3-1 win. And some other results coming out of yesterday: Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal and Serena Williams all secured straight set victories in their round of 16 matches. Then the Tour de France also got a new race leader yesterday as Greg van Avermaet came out on top after his BMC racing team won the Stage 3 time trial. Van Avermaet's BMC group clocked 38 minutes and 46 seconds on the 35-kilometer route, finishing just ahead of Chris Froome's Team Sky. So after the time trial, Daryl Impey, a time trial specialist, currently sits as the highest placed South African on the general standings in 21st place. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Well, let's take a first look at your roads. We start off with your traffic in the Western Cape in Mitchell's Plain. On Eisleben Road, there's been an accident. In fact, it's close to traffic between Morgenster and Highlands Drive, and that's due to protest action. Please avoid this route. Then also some protest action taking place in Gauteng, Lenasia. The Golden Highway, that is closed off to traffic, and you can expect heavy delays on that route. That's where I leave your traffic for now. I'll have another update for you shortly.
Turning air into pristine, clean drinking water. Cirrus Water, the future of sustainable drinking water.
Let's take another look at what to expect in your temperatures today. Mild temperatures across the country with some partly cloudy conditions, while along the eastern coast, temperatures are a little bit warmer. But let's start off in Polokwane, where you can expect a low of 6, a high of 19. Mbombela, 9 with a high of 24. Pretoria 7, 18, Johannesburg 5, 17, Mahikeng 6 with a high of 19. Partly cloudy in Klerksdorp, a low of 4, a high of 18. Kimberley 6 reaching a high of 18. Bloemfontein 1 reaching a high of 17. Sunny conditions in Richards Bay, a low of 13, a high of 26. Sunny conditions in Pietermaritzburg 8, 24. Durban 15 reaching a high of 24. Mthatha, a low of 5, a high of 22. East London 14 reaching a high of 26. Partly cloudy in Cradock, a low of 4, a high of 20. Port Elizabeth 11 reaching a high of 23. George 12, 20. Sutherland 5 with a high of 14. Cape Town partly cloudy, a low of 11, a high of 19. Worcester 6 is your minimum, 22 your maximum. Springbok 10 reaching a high of 22. And Uppington expect partly cloudy conditions with a low of 8 and a high of 21 degrees Celsius. And that's where we leave your weather for now.
Well, your favorite Win a Home, or rather home makeover show is back. It is time for Win a Home Season 5. Now, they are looking for contestant design duos who will turn any space into a dream come true. So we're calling all aspiring and inspiring interior designers to work their magic on 3 penthouse apartments in the Part de Valet lifestyle estate in Somerset West. Now, all you need to do is visit www.winahome.tv for all the details on how you can apply.
What the fridge? Shut the front door. Winter Home is back.
Yes, the 5th season of Winter Home is looking for contestant design duos.
And this year it's happening in the glorious Cape.
If you think you have what it takes to serve up some design razzle and dazzle
and have the eye for details,
then apply now to be one of the design duos, each decorating an apartment in Somerset West.
competing for the title of Best Design Duo and stand the chance of winning the cash prize worth
100,000 Rand!
Season 5 of Winter Home is looking for 3 design duos who will decorate 3 penthouse apartments on the Pontyclun Lifestyle Estate in Somerset West, developed by Baldwin Properties.
For details of how to apply, go to winnerhome.tv.
This is your opportunity to make a name for yourself in the South African interior design industry and make the stage yours.
Apply now to be a design contestant duo on winnerhome.tv.
Coming soon to SABC3.
The stage is yours!
I'm just trying to take in the outfits, all the outfits. Well, you can absorb that as we take the quickest of breaks then. We're going to absorb some delicious food. We're going to be whipping up a toasted ginger nut and banana oats treat just for you. And then...
While you're there, the good doctor is in the house. We're going to be talking all about heartburn, and you can give us a call on 0214309881 because we're here. Signore.
Tenore.
Pastore.
Patero.
Linguini.
Fettuccine.
Join us this Saturday evening on Top Billing as former chef to Nelson Mandela, Brett Lads, shows us how to make one of the hardest dishes in the world. It's a crackerjack day at the races as we bring you the best of the Durban July. And Ladysmith Black Mambazo mark Utata Madiba's centenary year with their 5th Grammy Award. So join the party on Top Billing this Saturday evening at 6 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Tuesday morning, and you know what that means. That means the good doctor makes a call into the studio to answer all of your questions and our questions again. And of course, this time around, we're talking all about heartburn. Dr. Darren Green, good morning to you. How are you?
Fantastic.
Great to have you.
Very dapper today, Doc.
Yeah. Thanks. I put on a tie for a change.
Yeah, no, setting the tone here.
Trying to keep the heartburn down.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to make light of this, but heartburn is serious business, man. What is it? What is heartburn?
It can be.
First of all?
People perceive the rising pain on the chest and basically think that the cause of the burn or the pain
Their
is
heart's
actually
about
the
to
heart.
explode.
So they just use the word, I think the Afrikaans people use the word soeibrand.
Soeibrand.
Because the burning sensation. Here we go. So often it's a centrally associated burning pain. And obviously with history taking, we get to a lovely story that people tell about following certain types of meals, the relation of timing to eating, also the type of food you eat, and then specifically when you lay flat at night time, quite interesting, when you're in the supine position, how the gastric content, if that valve at the top of the tummy is not sealing properly or working, what we call the gastroesophageal sphincter, it then leaks, and then you have the content coming up, and can present in so many different ways with other warning signs that aren't pain. So that's what's quite fascinating, like a hoarse voice, for example, or recurrent chest infections. So heartburn can be missed quite easily, so you need to take a really good history.
So when you look at the anatomical level of things and explaining how heartburn develops in the first place, what exactly happens?
So if you've consumed something, that's the stomach. It looks like a leather pouch of old, and the green area.
Or chili in this case.
Yeah. So the green area at the top there, that's where obviously the stomach narrows to a muscular band or sphincter, which is a specialized muscle, which is supposed to seal off to keep the food inside the stomach while it's being blended and digested. But what happens is sometimes there's weakness with the tone of that muscle, and you have the gastric content leaking upwards, coming up. You must imagine there are different things that play a role, obviously, things like being overweight, having a hiatus hernia, where a piece of the stomach actually slips through a weakness in the diaphragm, which is the muscular layer. A small piece of the stomach might just actually herniate through that, and then it's trapped at the top. Then the stomach can't actually seal off properly. So that's also obviously quite important as well.
Are we genetically predisposed to this?
Certainly, we do find quite a big association with it. If you think about the diets of India, for example, people that eat lots of spicy foods and curries, why aren't the incidences of stomach cancers and gastric cancers much higher in those people?
You would assume it would be, yeah.
So genetically, sometimes people actually have an inherent protection mechanism. But reflux disease and heartburn is often caused by too much acid being pumped into the tummy, and then that acid burning the lining of the stomach, and obviously the lining of the esophagus pipe that leads up to the back of the throat. And the causes of that acid pumping out are multiple, including emotional distress. People speak of stress ulcers, for example, when you're stressing too much. That results obviously in the acid being pumped out at high rates. And on an empty stomach, you can imagine what that does to the lining of the stomach.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be back again with Dr. Darren Green very shortly, discussing heartburn and the quick fire ways to cure it. Somebody once told me that just a quick glass of milk will just sort it all out. I'm not sure if it's completely true.
No, he's saying it is.
Yeah. Oh,
problem solved. Boom.
Okay. But we'll continue on that. And then, of course, 021439... 021-439
881.
Is it not? That's the number that you need to call. It's on 9881. It's on the screen right now. Give us a call. You see, it's the heartburn. Now it's going through all the way to my brain.
Now I've got emotional stress now. There's increased acidity.
To reiterate that number, 021-430-9881. Thank you, gentlemen. You are welcome. Now, in our health topic today, we are discussing heartburn. Now, we have Amy Hopkins in studio joining us in the kitchen to share a recipe that can help with heartburn. Amy, so good to have you on the show this morning. You came in here and you were like so energetic. I was like, that is the Amy vibe. We are here for it. What are we making today in our kitchen?
So we're going to get your day off to a good start if you struggle with something like heartburn. Oats are brilliant breakfast to have because they've got a lot of fiber and they really don't kind of get all that acidic gas up. The biggest problem with heartburn is obviously you want to avoid your high acidic foods. You want to avoid your high fatty, saturated fatty foods. Something like oats, it almost like it absorbs all the acid in the stomach, so it really helps with something like heartburn.
Very cool.
And then here we've got some lovely, beautiful nuts. We've got some walnuts, some flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and fresh ginger. And fresh ginger is such it's such an amazing superfood. It really, as we know, it often helps with things like nausea. But it's also a natural cure for heartburn.
Oh, is it?
So what I'm going to do here is combine these to almost make like I'm going to call it like a nut topping, but you can also have it as a granola on its own.
Cool.
And you can add some almonds in there as well, mixed nuts. And what you just do is take, as you can see, we've got about a tablespoon of fresh ginger.
That's some good stuff.
Definitely. And we're using some flaxseed oil because we're going to try and not use, coconut oil's great, but it is quite high in saturated fat. So if you struggle with heartburn, we're trying to use as little saturated fats and more mono and unsaturated fats.
Yeah.
So just kind of mix this together. And then you'd spread this all out onto a baking tray, and you would just toast it for about 10 minutes at 180 degrees until it's kind of crispy and golden. So you just kind of spread this out like that, and that ginger just really cooks into the lovely flavors.
Exactly. Some other interesting things which is also good to avoid. Chocolate, I didn't know.
I know, sadly, it's because often your milk chocolates and things, they have a lot of that fat in it as well. In fact, even if you're struggling, try and avoid dairy altogether and gluten, just because it could cause bloating and other things, and you might have intolerance you don't know about. So if you're trying to figure out what's upsetting your stomach and giving you heartburn, you can do a process of elimination by cutting down on certain foods. Obviously, we've already mentioned the saturated fats, your acidic foods, which is like your tomatoes, your onions, your garlics, which unfortunately are delicious and good for you. But
I know.
if you're struggling with heartburn,
Exactly. The keyword for this recipe is breakfast. SMS that to 33728. We'll gladly send you the link to the recipe and the ingredients list, and you could be making this yourself. Look, we're almost done, and you're adding
almost done.
banana to the recipe as well.
So there are some fruits which you can eat if you're a heartburn struggler, and bananas are one of them. Soft fruits like bananas and melons are another good one. You want to be avoiding your citrus fruits, unfortunately, because of the high acidity content again. So I'm just going to slice some banana in here, and banana is also so good for you. Lots of potassium, lots of good energy. So this is a really great breakfast to just start off your day.
Wonderful.
And there you go. And we can add another little sprinkling of this delicious topping over here.
Splash. The keyword once again, breakfast to 33728. Thank you so much. This delicious toasted ginger nut and banana oats recipe is something that all of us can do. Amy, you are amazing. Thank you, my love.
Oh, dibs on this. Sorry, guys. I got here first.
Easy way to start the day.
Right, we're back again with Dr. Darren Green talking heartburn. We've got Wendy on the line who called us on 021-430-9881. Thank you, Wendy. Good morning all the way in Durban.
Hi, good morning from a lovely sunny Durban. And warm.
Don't rub it in.
What's your question to Dr. Darren Green?
I just wanted to find out what actually causes H. pylori, which a friend of mine has, and I suspect I may have it because I have some of the same symptoms.
H. pylori.
H. pylori.
So the top part of the stomach is the pylorus. We speak about the pylorus. So Helicobacter pylori. H is for Helicobacter. It's the name of the bug that I was telling you about that drills holes in the surface of the stomach and the esophagus, causing ulcers. So the presence of this bacteria, which quite a few people actually have, and you can demonstrate it by doing specific stool testing to demonstrate it. It actually drills holes into the surface. And what's so simple is once you've demonstrated the presence of this bacteria, you can actually treat it with a week or two's course of two different antibiotics that actually eradicated. We actually direct therapy at eradicating H. pylori. So it predisposes people to ulcers and in that way also gastric CA or different cancers, you can imagine. So cancer is all about stress. So you put stress on the different skin layers and then the skin layers have to repair themselves, multiplying. And they can multiply with abnormal cells at an uncontrollable rate, which then is the process of developing cancerous cells, for example. So that's why it's so important.
What would you then recommend that Wendy does? Does she not take any chances in this case?
So she would need follow-up testing. She'd definitely need to make sure that after the eradication, the presence of H. pylori has been eradicated or removed completely, and that can be done basically on the tests that I mentioned, where they look at the stools and do chemical tests on them as well.
Wendy, go and get yourself checked out. I think is the
100%. And
treat it now
great question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
All right, so let's talk about the most effective way of getting rid of heartburn quickly, because I mean it could be one of the most uncomfortable things.
Awful,
that when you're sitting around at dinner table with friends, and all of a sudden you're the one going,
it's that late night one that gets me. It's like, and you can't get comfortable.
Remove the trigger first. If there's something causing it, like white flour products, having lots of yeast and white bread, for example, combined with a bit of alcohol, not methylated spirits, like if you're drinking beer, alcohol, and that kind
Because
of
I like to dunk my beer.
yeah, you know, just understanding that what you eat. Look at the yeast.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
me
pizzas,
on a Sunday, really.
So
I mean,
you've got to decrease the trigger. So stop eating stuff that causes it.
Okay.
Then, obviously, to neutralize the acid, there are different things available. If obviously drinking plain water might help a little bit. If the inflammation of the tummy, which is gastritis, or the esophagus, esophagitis, is already so pronounced, you might need further medical treatment. People use a lot of formulations containing calcium carbonate. You know, your Enos, your Gaviscons, all that kind of thing, your antacids.
Yeah.
So then we move on to really serious medical treatment called the PPIs, proton pump blockers or inhibitors. They are incredibly important because they actually tell the cells that pump out the hydrochloric acid to tone down, and they actually block them, just to give your tummy a chance to repair itself.
The calcium, so that would work then?
It helps. It certainly helps in neutralizes the acid that's there, and that's why milk often soothes the burn as well when you do have milk.
Wow, all right. Phew. Well, from helicopters to PPIs to the BREAK that we're about to take right now. We'll be right back with Dr. Taryn Creed. Stay tuned.
Try the new McCafe Low GI sandwiches. Cheese and tomato, chicken club, and cheese and tomato chicken roll. Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe.
Meet the remaining finalists on Presenter Search on 3. 24-year-old Pelo Mokodi was crowned the first Miss Africa Botswana in 2015.
I love to call myself an entertainment entrepreneur. That means anything entertainment, I can do. I want to be a TV presenter because you want me to be a TV presenter. I'm kidding. I just have so much personality that I cannot wait to introduce to my audience. And I love to tell your stories at home. So share with me so that I can share with you. Welcome back to it, our favorite trendsetter. Of course, I'm talking to you. It is Trending SA Presenter Search on 3. The kind of TV presenter I want to be is the kind that you wake up in the morning and think, damn it, why is Bella not on my TV screen? I miss her. Oh, just pretend I said a joke, right? Right? No? Lights, camera, action. Now that I've officially joined you as your newest SABC3 presenter, I actually get to wake up to those 3 words. I spend my moments in between eating. I love eating. I know my body doesn't say that. I also love reading, and of course music centers my very, very chaotic days. I just wanna be successful.
Catch Presenter Search on 3, Thursday nights at 8:30, and watch the top 10 compete to become one of 3 new presenters on SABC3. The stage is yours. One of 3 new presenters on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, do you feel the burn? We got the medicine. We've got the tonic right here. We're talking about heartburn with the doctor in the house. 021-430-9881. We've got just a little bit of time left if you want to squeeze in a call.
Yep.
But it's been really interesting.
Yeah.
Hey?
Let's talk to the smokers out there. How does that affect heartburn?
So it predisposes you to stomach cancer and esophagus cancer.
Yeah.
So it more than triples your risk if you are a smoker. And obviously it has an effect then on the depth of those ulcers and
those
also your
chemicals aren't
ability.
just going into your
the
lungs.
trigger.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not that. It also triggers the genes that are expressed in terms of stomach cancer. So smoking often is not just the direct effect of the smoking or tobacco on that area, but more also on genes that are triggered, like in breast cancer and so forth. That's the effect of lifestyle being massive on treating heartburn and reflux disease. You're going to have a greater chance of developing what I call a hiatus hernia if you are overweight and if you're not training. If you eat big meals before bedtime, like large meals, and overeat, like that guy.
Who's going back to this guy?
You're going to have a lot more symptoms, so you have to consider that. So you often say to someone that suffers from heartburn, smaller meals, decrease your tomato-based foodstuffs, watch the fizzy drinks, obviously, look at spicy foods, etc. Increase your probiotic intake and look at neutralizing the acid with the means we've discussed earlier.
Isn't ulcer the next phase of this ailment? Do ulcers happen from an independent process? How do ulcers and heartburn?
Great, good question. So an ulcer is a localized area on the surface of the stomach or the esophagus.
Did we go right inside an ulcer? I think we were talking microcellular level there. But,
So inside the stomach, the skin basically will erode because of the chronic inflammation and acid burning it, under the influence of that Helicobacter as well, that's busy drilling holes. It makes a hole, and that crater looks like a volcano, basically, like an ulcer in your mouth, an aphthous ulcer. And that's what happens. So you'll see a red margin, lots of blood supply to it. It's very painful. The nerves underneath it give you the pain.
It's
really, and obviously the danger there is that it can transform into cancer. But secondly, it can go deep enough to hit a blood vessel, and then you just start bleeding. Where you'll have from the ulcer bleeding into the stomach.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
We often have to. There are patients that need immediate attention from a GIT bleed, gastrointestinal bleed, and this is the upper GIT. So we'll then take the patient if they don't respond to chemical treatment of stopping the symptoms of the ulcer being symptomatic and gastritis, we'll take them to theatre, and sometimes they even have to do what's called an omental patch, where they, like you patch in solution a tire of a bicycle, you have to fix that ulcer.
Please, can we take this picture off? It's terrifying. There we
It's
go.
real, that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
very, very real.
It is real.
Wow. Dr. Darren Green, thank you very much. We always appreciate your time and expertise. And thank you so much also to our callers that we will continue to receive on the other side of this on 021-430-9881.
In the national news this morning, the head of the global consultancy firm McKinsey yesterday apologized for overcharging Eskom as it repaid nearly 1 billion rand on a deal linked to the state capture scandal. The power utility, meanwhile, in a statement, said it welcomed the apology made by McKinsey. The South African Revenue Service has released a list of 10 tax offenders as they have been convicted and sentenced for failing to submit their tax returns. SARS says they've been slapped with fines ranging from 2 to 20,000 rand, as well as admission of guilt fines by the courts, and they now have a criminal record. On the international front, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to push ahead with a hydroelectric power project on the Zambezi River as he campaigns ahead of the July 30 election on a pledge to rebuild the shattered economy. Mnangagwa said that he intends to tackle mass unemployment by luring back foreign investment and investing in infrastructure. And then finally, Boris Johnson has resigned as Foreign Secretary amid a growing political crisis over Britain's Brexit strategy. He says Britain's Secretary David Davis's exit and his departure came shortly before Premier Theresa May began addressing Parliament about her new Brexit plan. Well, that was your 7:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
Let's kick it off in Russia, where the first finalists of the 2018 Soccer World Cup will be decided tonight as France face off with Belgium in the semi-finals. Kickoff at the St. Petersburg Stadium is at 8 o'clock. Catch every ball live on SABC1. Then in tennis, Kevin Anderson's Wimbledon run continued yesterday as he beat Gael Monfils in the round of 16 by 3-1. Also wins for Roger Federer and Serena Williams. And in cycling, the Tour de France has a new race leader. Yesterday, Greg van Avermaet came out on top after his BMC racing team won the Stage 3 time trial. We'll expand on those stories one last time on the top of the hour. Right now, let's get into that traffic and weather.
Well, let's take another look at what to expect in your traffic today. In Gauteng, Germiston, there's a multi-vehicle accident on the M3 northbound. It's at the Geldenhuys interchange, currently blocking that left lane, so please proceed with caution. That's where I leave your traffic. I'll have a final update for you at 8 o'clock.
Quality fuel, convenience, and service with a smile. Whether it's to fuel up or stock up, Caltex, it's how you get there.
A beautiful day can be expected across the country. Mild temperatures, while along the eastern coast, temperatures are a little bit warmer. But let's start off in Polokwane. Your low is 6 and your maximum is 19. Mbombela 9 with a high of 24. Pretoria 7, reaching a high of 18. Partly cloudy conditions in Johannesburg, a low of 5, a high of 17. Partly cloudy in Mahikeng, 6 your minimum, 19 your maximum. Klerksdorp 4 with a high of 18. Kimberley 6 reaching a high of 18. Partly cloudy in Bloemfontein today, a low of 1, a high of 17. If you're in Richards Bay, 13 is your minimum, 26 your maximum. Pietermaritzburg 8 reaching a high of 24. Sunny in Durban, a low of 15, a high of 24. Mthatha 5 reaching a high of 22. If you're in East London today, 14 is your minimum, 26 your maximum. Cradock 4 reaching a high of 20. Port Elizabeth 11 with a high of 23. Partly cloudy conditions in George today, a low of 12, a high of 20. Sutherland 5 reaching a high of 14. Cape Town 11 reaching a high of 19. Worcester 6 reaching a high of 22. Sunny conditions in Springbok, a low of 10, a high of 22, and Uppington, 8's your minimum, 21 degrees Celsius. That's your maximum for today. Well, that's where we leave your weather for now on your Tuesday morning. I'll bring you another update in half an hour. But now it's a very special day as we head on over to the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens in Johannesburg. Our very own Johan Strydom, he's there.
It's good. Trying to hear. Good morning, my Feel Good family. So good to be hanging out with you, coming to you live from the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens right here in the beautiful Roodepoort. And what a special occasion, the unveiling of the Sisulu Circle. Things are going to be happening across the morning, so stay right where you are. Right now, I'm standing with the Minister of Tourism, Derek Hanekom, to give us a bit of a roundup as to their involvement within the unveiling of this iconic piece. Derek, thank you very much for joining us this morning. How are you doing?
I'm very well, Ewan, and on this crisp, chilly, beautiful morning at the Walter Sisulu Botanical Garden, how can one not be very, very well?
Look, man, I had like 5 coffees already to try and warm up already, but it is beautiful. What a backdrop to be working from this morning. Like I mentioned, it's a momentous occasion, the Sisulu Circle. But if we take a look at South Africa's biodiversity, our heritage, what we have on offer when it comes to gardens and parks, what role do you feel that play within the South African tourism industry?
Yeah, well, Ewan, I think we have an extraordinary country in many respects, but what is often not recognized is our incredible biodiversity. South Africa is the 3rd most biodiverse country in the world. And this is something we have to appreciate, we have to protect, and we have to inform our public about and celebrate. And the botanical gardens do just that. They do research, they make these places, 11 botanical gardens around the country, available to the public, places where people can just come and enjoy nature-based tourism or day outings, and at the same time it has educative value. So very, very, very important research is being done so that we can protect our important biodiversity, but at the same time to enhance public awareness and just allow the public to enjoy this wonderful offering that we have in our country.
And what are your personal thoughts on the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's been voted the best place to get back to nature for 9 years in a row, which is phenomenal.
Well, you're telling me something that I did not know. But every one of the botanical gardens, the 11, are in their own way unique and spectacular. Probably the best known is Kirstenbosch. Walter Sisulu Botanical Garden is something quite spectacular and has its own uniqueness. but it's also associated with our historical legacy, our historical and cultural heritage. And that is why the Walter Sisulu bust that we're unveiling today becomes so important. So this is an extraordinary place. I think it is not as well known as it ought to be, and we hope today, Ewan, that you will put this on the map in South Africa in a big way.
Well, you're definitely on the map now that you're on your Feel Good Breakfast show, which is absolutely amazing. Now, we are here the entire morning. The official unveiling is going to be taking place of the Sisulu Circle a bit later on. What was the Department of Tourism's involvement with the Sisulu Circle?
Well, okay, firstly, it's part of a bigger program to enhance the various destinations that we have in Destination South Africa. And of course, our botanical gardens are very important, as are our national parks and as are our World Heritage sites. So we're doing different things in different areas. To give you an example, not too far from here is the World Heritage site called the Cradle of Humankind.
Yes.
And what the Cradle of Humankind has its own importance. But if there were not something called Marupeng on the Cradle of Humankind, it wouldn't be the big attraction that it has become today.
Yeah.
So what we did as the Department of Tourism, as we are doing in many other sites, is we try to enhance it. We try to make it more tourist friendly. We try to make experiences more profound by training guides, for example. So whether it's Robben Island or Mapungubwe or the Cradle of Humankind or the Walter Sisulu Botanical Garden, we just try to enhance these incredible destinations that we have in any event.
Yeah.
But to make them just to enrich the experience and make the experience an even better one.
Yeah. And as the Minister of Tourism, taking a look at our botanical gardens, like you mentioned, there are 11 beautiful gardens that people can go visit across the country. What is it that makes you proud to stand and say that this is what we have in South Africa and this is what we have to offer?
Well, it makes me proud and should make all of us proud is that we are actually taking care of our natural resources, our natural heritage, and doing so in such a creative manner. By the way, my own nephew, who died when he was quite young, his ashes are spread here at the Walter Sisulu Botanical Garden because it is such a sort of a place of tranquility.
Yeah.
A place that is really, it is our country and it showcases the best of our country.
Yeah.
So, what makes me proud is that notwithstanding all of our challenges, we have not neglected to look after our environment.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we have to bequeath this to future generations.
Absolutely.
People like Walter Sisulu stood for justice, they stood for truth and justice, but also stood for the important notion of a South Africa that belongs to all of us.
Yeah.
All of South Africa belonging to all of us. And it is our job to make all of South Africa a place that we can all feel proud of.
Absolutely, and I can see that this particular spot has got a very special spot in your heart as well. Derek, thank you very much for your involvement in this momentous occasion. We're going to be following it through for the rest of the morning, that unveiling of the Sisulu Circle taking place a little bit later on this morning.
Yeah, we certainly can't wait to see what that's going to look like at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, it just feels cold there. You can feel the cold, but I think an incredible opportunity to start something amazing in the Botanical Gardens, which is beautiful already.
Yeah.
So well done, Ewan, man.
Well, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show when we come back from the ad break. It's Travel Tuesday.
Yeah, man, we're going to take you to a mystery destination, and you got to guess where in our travel guessing game.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Yes, great, let's do it. Sorry, I wasn't doing it. There you go again. I see you keeping all the options on the table. Save them for later, 'cause you never know. You never know. Just one look at me. I see you saying, save my seat at the table. Keep the leftovers for later, 'cause you never know. You never know. I'm not going back.
It is, and it is a beautiful Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for starting the day off with us as we quickly reflect on some international entertainment news. What's making headlines?
Stop the press, guys.
Stop what?
Stop the press. Kylie Jenner's iconic cosmetically enhanced pout is no more.
No!
And she's looking great. Now, the reality TV star shared a photo of herself and a close friend, and this happened on Instagram on Sunday. She says that while the BFFs were celebrating their 8-year anniversary of their friendship, because that's a thing, a fan noticed something completely different about Kylie. She says, she looks like the old Kylie, and I don't know why. Here's the reason. Kylie actually responded by saying exactly why she's looking so different. She says, I got rid of all my fillers.
All of them?
Well, not all of them, just like on the lips. Now, in the second photo, Kylie showed off her new pout without the fillers. And can you believe that? I think she looks absolutely amazing. She looks natural. She doesn't look so,
Stop the track. So are we saying, is that Kylie Sans fillers?
This is the old one.
So this is Kylie with
the
fillers? So let's see Kylie
fillers.
Sans fillers? These fillers do not exist.
There. The lips are a lot thinner, but like so natural.
It difference when Motluga is like, it's like the difference between low GI and brown bread.
You say it's not that big of a difference?
You tell me. I'm just looking at the picture and I'm just kind of, okay.
But what do you think about the fillers everywhere else?
Like I was saying, in the comment where she said she got rid of all her fillers, I had to ask.
Guys, I wish we had a camera on our cameraman Prosper. He is living his best life right now.
All the fillers or some fillers?
And I think that we also have to say a big congratulations going out to Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin's surprise engagement. I saw this on the socials yesterday. And of course, yeah.
Justin?
It's Justin. He's engaged. He's officially
No, I mean, is that Justin?
That
does not look...
Justin.
Okay.
That is Justin. Look at the two of them, so in love. What do you think about the two of them?
That is just, it's sensational. It's beautiful. I just, as long as she loves him, they could be starving, they could be homeless, they could be broke. They'll be each other's platinum, silver, and gold.
There we go.
La 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 la.
Wonderful.
La 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 love me.
Yes. Wonderful
It's
stuff.
just wonderful.
Big congratulations going out to Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin. Of course, making him one less lonely guy and her one less lonely girl.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
We like it.
Ululations and exaltations.
He liked it and he put a ring on it.
Oh, right. Oh, well done, Beats. Well done, buddy. The size of that ring, my word. Levels, man, levels. But, of course, it is a Travel Tuesday, so we love to have a little bit of fun, keep you guessing with our regular travel guessing game. And this month, we thought that we'd be inspired by the Soccer World Cup, take you to some of those famous destinations that are tied into this year's 2018 showpiece. And, of course, our 60 World Cup countries. That's how many made it in, as much as we are down to the last 4. So you can let us know if you can guess it, of course, or just have a go on our social media platforms. But let's kick it off and bring you some tips. Doesn't that look like it's something from a fairy
looks
tale?
like a screensaver. So we've got some beautiful pictures for you, and we're going to give you a couple of clues of which this morning. We're looking for the name of one of the 5 Dutch-speaking provinces that form the region of Flanders. It's one of the main political and cultural subdivisions of modern Belgium.
Flanders, I love that. This province is located west of the river Meuse, a major European flowing through France, Belgium, and the Netherlands before draining into the North Sea. My word, how beautiful is this place?
Absolutely beautiful. And then did you know that this province is also home to a working 7th century water wheel that powers a vintage flour mill that supplies its adjoining bakery? How cool
this
is
place
that?
it looks like a fairy tale come to life. Now, the province is also known as a bicycle paradise. Locals believe it's the best way to get around, especially for tourists looking to discover those hidden gems.
That's right. And the last clue for you this morning is this province is also home to the Belgium goalkeeper who defended against Brazil in the quarterfinals just last week. I was very impressed with him.
Yeah, Thibaut, what do you mean by very impressed?
No, he was really good.
He was really, really good. Now, he is a titan in the goal, and they're going to need him tonight. Belgium up against France in that quarterfinal. But maybe you know where this bicycle paradise is, this fairy tale looking city. Please let us know on all of our social media platforms. At Expresso Show is the handle to use. Hashtag Expresso Show is the hashtag to use.
That's right. And our very own Ewan Strydom, he is at the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens in Roodepoort, Johannesburg. We're going to connect with him.
You haven't changed anything, you just...
I haven't changed anything. Sorry, just...
You got my audio?
They're battling with audio, dude. I can hear myself though.
Audio is good. Audio is good.
Audio is good. Let's try again. Nokulunga.
Yes.
Nketa.
Yes.
And you're a boy. All right, well, we are here at the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens this morning. Absolutely gorgeous morning in Roodepoort for a momentous occasion, the Sisulu Circle unveiling that's going to be taking place a little bit later on. Now, the South African National Biodiversity Institute, they are ensuring that its network of botanical gardens are correctly maintained and managed for all to enjoy in our beautiful country, not only local but international visitors as well. And right now I am standing with a board member from Sanbi, Nokulunga Nketa, who's here to tell us about their work at Sanbi and what this day means to them. Nokulunga, thank you very much for joining us this morning. So good to have you. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. We are excited at Sanbi. This is a special day for us.
It is such a special day. Let's talk about the work and the mandate of the South African National Biodiversity Institute. What is it that you guys focus on specifically?
Sanbi, we're focusing on biodiversity research, policy development, and also provide planning for the whole country in terms of biodiversity. So our mandate is quite an exciting one because it will contribute to biodiversity conservation in the country. We are ethical and we produce biodiversity research. We do pilot some of the best management practices, and we are the biggest biodiversity institute in Africa. So we are collaborating internationally and within Africa as well.
Yeah. And looking at the line of work that you are in, taking into account our beautiful heritage, botanical gardens, how stressful is your job really if you have to deal with all of this? I mean, this is gorgeous.
It could be stressful, but it's quite challenging. I'm saying, in fact, it's a work that we do with passion. We are enjoying what we do. You can see our staff this morning. Everybody is very excited because we're working with nature, we're working with our heritage, and as such, we don't feel the stress.
Yeah.
As you can see, the open spaces that we're working with and the beautiful environment we work with. So it's not stressful at all. Instead, it's inspiring.
I feel all kinds of relaxed this morning. The sun just broke through. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, the moment that we are all waiting for, it is coming closer, the official unveiling of the Sisulu Circle. What do you think it will add to the existing botanical gardens where we are right now?
What is going to add in the botanical garden is going to bring in the heritage aspect of the botanical garden. It's going to bring in excitement because it's going to link our people to the struggle of this country. This is a struggle icon, and the circle itself, the beauty of the circle, is going to bring in tourism. So it's going to bring in more excitement to the people of South Africa who visit this garden.
And I just had a walk through as I came in this morning through the Sisulu Circle that we're going to be showing. It's so tranquil, it is so beautiful. It's a space where people can sit and just relax, come through with their families as well. But from your point of view, from Sandy's point of view as well, how important are botanical gardens in South Africa for the tourism of South Africa?
Oh, they're very important for the tourism of South Africa. We're attracting visitors from all over the world in our gardens. We've got this garden, which is beautiful, which is in Gauteng itself, which is the economic hub of the country, and we've got others throughout 9 provinces of the country. To enjoy the nature, to experience the tranquility of the gardens, to experience the diversity of the country, to see this we have.
All right, so as Leanne sneaks her way back into the shot, we are experiencing some technical difficulties, but we will, as soon as we've sorted those out, take you back to the live crossing of the Walter Sisulu Circle, that special opening that's happening today, a beautiful garden for all of us to enjoy.
Very exciting times. This is so weird, like we're the same country, but there it looks like it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and here it's like still 2 o'clock in the morning. It's crazy. Like Cape Town, we need to get on with it. Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're going to be finding out how to really score those great flight specials.
Yeah, especially with the holiday season coming up. You want to book them now already. And then another live performance coming your way from Jerry Silverman, our guest artist this morning. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The next challenge is co-hosting the Expresso morning show live in front of the whole of South Africa for the full 3 hours.
This Thursday on Presenter Search on 3. It's the Expresso Morning Show Takeover as contestants are put through the ultimate pressure test. That's Presenter Search on 3, Thursday night at 8:30 on SABC3. Repeat Saturdays at 12 midday. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Oh, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. As we know, millions of people celebrate their birthday all over the world. So we want to take this quick moment and just wish everyone who is celebrating their birthday today, the 10th of July, a happy birthday.
Yes, some celebs, yes, but you most importantly at home. But let's kick it off with those famous faces. We start with a vocalist for the Hit group, probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest girl band at the moment, Little Mix. It's Perry Edwards celebrates her birthday today. Little Mix made history when they became the first group to win a music competition show, but of course they've taken that success and exponentially grown with it.
I love their birthdays. And also another person celebrating her birthday today is Sofia Vergara from Modern Family. She plays the role of Gloria Delgado Pritchett. And of course, you gotta love her. I think she's also, you know, she plays in films like Hot Pursuit and in The Smurfs.
She is so beautiful.
She's so funny.
She is just so ridiculously beautiful, but I like the fact that, as you say, she's got a comedic vibe about her as well. So funny, just so pretty. And then the important list now, the real superstars out there. Let's start with you guys, our viewers at home. A very happy birthday to Clive Lakay. He celebrates his birthday today. And then the mum and daughter duo, they are celebrating their birthdays just one day apart. That's so cool. Vanessa and Jenny, happy birthday, guys. We love you.
Well, I think it's Jenny's birthday tomorrow, so we're going to say an advanced happy birthday to you. We also want to wish Nawal Brink Matthews a happy birthday for today. Alongside Sekile Mboyisa, also have yourself a beautiful day and happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday. And we've missed
That's our bite-sized dose of birthdays. Remember, you can also share your birthday with us. Send us a really beautiful pic of you or your loved ones and tweet us at Expresso Show. We'd love to hear from you.
All right, so in celebration of your birthday, if it is indeed yours, here's Jerry Silverman performing a song called Send Love to New York.
There you go again. I see you keeping all the options on the table. Save room for later, 'cause you never know. You never know. Just one look at me. I see you saying, save my seat at the table. Keep the leftovers for later, 'cause you never know. You never know. I'm not coming back. My love. Send love to New York, 'cause I've waved the I see you saying yes, you really wanna try, when in fact you'd rather die. Oh, can't you tell? Can't you tell? Just one look at me, I see you saying what you think it is you want, when really you're lying through your teeth. Oh, can't you tell? Can't you tell? You're not going back, my love. Send New York, my love. 'Cause I waved the white flag and I'm not coming back, my love. Send New York, my love. 'Cause I'm here and I'm finally happy at last.
Yeah, Jerry Silverman on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Send love to New York. New music from that album, Dear Life. So, what does the rest of 2018 hold in store for you now that the new album is here? I'm sure you'll be touring around quite a lot.
Yeah, we actually have a show coming up, is it next week on the 18th
Yep.
of July at Cafe Rue in town.
Excellent.
Yeah, so super excited about that and just gonna keep the shows going.
Yeah, and if people want to follow your journey out there, what's the best way to do it?
Yes, Instagram, Jerry Silverman. Yeah, Facebook, Jerry Silverman Music, Jeri.
Excellent stuff. Well, thank you very much for sharing the music with us. We'll have one more performance to close off the show from Jerry Silverman. I think we've said your name at least 10 times. If you don't know it by now, it's Jerry Silverman. Link up with us on our Facebook page and let us know what you thought about that performance by Jerry Silverman with a J.
In the national news this morning, the head of the global consultancy firm McKinsey yesterday apologized for overcharging Eskom as it repaid nearly 1 billion rand on a deal linked to the state capture scandal. McKinsey's global managing partner, Kevin Sneeder, told the Gibbs Business School in Johannesburg the fee was weighted towards recovering their investment rather than being in line with Eskom's situation. In that context, the fee was too large and should not have happened. The power utility, meanwhile, in a statement said it welcomed the apology by McKinsey. The South African Revenue Service has released a list of 10 tax offenders who have been convicted and sentenced for failing to submit their tax returns. The majority of them are business people who are relatively well known. SARS says that they have been slapped with fines ranging from 2 to 20,000 rand, as well as admission of guilt for fines by the courts. SARS spokesperson Janine Nkulwana says although they've submitted their outstanding returns, they now have a criminal record. Now moving further abroad, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to push ahead with a hydroelectric power project on the Zambezi River as he campaigns ahead of the July 30 election on a pledge to rebuild the shattered economy. Mnangagwa, who took over from ousted long-time ruler Robert Mugabe in November, has said that he intends to tackle mass unemployment by luring back foreign investment and investing in infrastructure. He said the $4.5 billion project will be in partnership with the Zambian government. And then finally, Boris Johnson has resigned as Foreign Secretary amid a growing political crisis over Britain's Brexit strategy. He is the second senior cabinet minister to quit within hours following Brexit Secretary David Davis. Theresa May began addressing Parliament about her new Brexit plan, which has angered many Conservative MPs. She said she did not agree with the two ex-ministers about the best way to honour the result of the 2016 vote. The next Brexit negotiating round is penciled in for Monday. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's Graham with a final look at what's happening in the world of sport.
Let's kick it off in Russia, where the first finalist of the 2018 Soccer World Cup will be decided tonight as France face off with Belgium in the semi-finals. Playing in their 6th World Cup semi-final, 8, Belgium looking for their first final appearance at a World Cup. Tonight's match kicking off at St. Petersburg Stadium at 8 o'clock. Catch every ball live on SABC1. Then South Africa's Kevin Anderson's Wimbledon run yesterday continued as he beat Gael Monfils in the round of 16. After winning the first set, the South African suffered a small setback as it looked like Monfils was bouncing back to tie up the match, but that only proved to motivate Anderson as he went on to claim a 3-1 win. Some other results coming out of the day's action: Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal and Serena Williams all securing straight sets victories in the round of 16 as well. Then the Tour de France got a new race leader yesterday as Greg van Avermaet came out on top after his BMC racing team won the Stage 3 time trial. Van Avermaet's BMC group clocked 38 minutes and 46 seconds on the 35-kilometer route, finishing just ahead of Chris Froome's Team Sky. After that time trial, Daryl Impey currently sits as the highest placed South African on the general standings at 21st place, so watch that space closely. And that's a wrap of your sport for this Tuesday morning.
Let's take a final look at what to expect on your roads today. We start off in Gauteng in Benoni. There's been an accident on the N12 westbound. It's near the Atlas exit, causing about 30-minute delays from the Pitfontein exit, so allow for some extra travel time this morning. And that's where we leave your traffic.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Let's take a final look at what to expect in your weather today, and it seems like you can expect a beautiful Tuesday across the country. Mild temperatures with here and there a few places with partly cloudy conditions. Starting off with your temperatures in Polokwane, a low of 6 can be expected with a high of 19. Mbombela 9-24, Pretoria 7 with a high of 18, Johannesburg 5 reaching a high of 17, Mahikeng 6-19, Klerksdorp 4-18, Kimberley 6 with a high of 18. Partly cloudy in Bloemfontein, a low of 7, a high of 17. Richards Bay 13, reaching a high of 26. Sunny conditions in Pietermaritzburg, a low of 8, a high of 24. Durban 15, 24. Mthatha 5, reaching a high of 22. Sunny conditions in East London, a low of 14, a high of 26. Cradock 4 reaching a high of 20, Port Elizabeth 11 reaching a high of 23. If you're in George today, 12's your minimum, 20 your maximum. Sutherland 5 reaching a high of 14. The mother city, Cape Town, partly cloudy, a low of 11, a high of 19. Worcester 6 reaching a high of 22. Springbok 10 with a high of 22, and Uppington partly cloudy conditions with a low of 8 and a high of 21 degrees Celsius. And that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're going to find out how to find those perfect flight specials, because there's nothing like a flight special. And they're there. You just need to know how to look for them.
Just need to know where to look for them, exactly.
And
then we continue our coverage of the opening, the very special opening of the Walter Sisulu Circle in Johannesburg. Ewan bringing us that live coverage. Stay tuned for that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back as we make that circle bigger. The Walter Circle bigger. You know, no, it's
Nice to see you. I am cold, but I'm warming up.
I can't go with this jacket. Oh,
No, no. Oh, yes. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Oi, oi, oi.
Unveiling.
Making me feel completely underdressed now.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Yes, it is hashtag Travel Tuesday on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and in fact, all over the world. It's trending right now. And of course, planning a vacation can be a stressful thing. Booking flights, accommodation, getting all of that paperwork together. Sometimes you just wish you could just bypass all of that and just get to your destination already. Why isn't that easy? But luckily for all of us, the travel gurus at Travel Start have kindly offered to share with us their travel tips for finding the perfect flight special. And Emma Verhoeven is joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to have you back.
Yeah,
you know,
thank
we
you.
love Travel Tuesday, and it's like Kat said, sometimes you wish you can just bypass all of it and just end up at your destination.
Absolutely.
Now, you know, what is the most effective way to find, you know, the best deals online? Is it really necessary to go through a travel agent?
Well, there's no reason why you can't book your travel online. I mean, Travel Start, you know, we have all of the best deals from all of the airlines. You literally can search, compare, and book all in one URL. You don't have to open 5 million tabs on your laptop.
That is so
or anything
annoying
like
doing that.
I know, and then you're trying to compare, and then you forgot what the price of the one place was.
Writing
And,
it
you know,
down.
everything is at Travel Start. That said, there are certain types of trips that are better to be booked with a travel agent. I mean, Travel Start, we have a house of, you know, 30 really experienced travel agents, and you can phone them and book, you know, if you do need to book a package or like a really complicated trip, if you need to book you know, travel for a huge group, and you can just phone us, and then you can still do it from the comfort of your couch. You still don't have to go all the way to the mall and book with a travel agent.
When is the best time of the year to travel? Is it necessarily during the off season?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, off season is better all around. Like, not only your flight tickets cheaper, accommodation is cheaper. Most of the attractions and that sort of thing have discounts. There's less queues.
Yes.
The weather's usually a little bit more mild, so you're not boiling or freezing. So yeah, really, it's off season is the best time to travel.
Well, you know, from off season to how long in advance you should book your tickets. So I'm a very lastminute.com person, and my best friend who planning a trip together, she's like, no, we need to plan our 30th now already, which is still more than a year away. How far in advance should you book your flight?
So there is a lot of controversy around this topic. In general, the rule of thumb is to book as far in advance as possible. That said, around 6 weeks before you travel, if the planes aren't that full, the airline might put the seats on sale. So if you have a real appetite for risk, you always can wait. You know, if you're going to wait, you may as well wait right till the end. Otherwise, I'd book it generally as far in advance as possible.
Yeah. So if you're looking to save money, which we all are, I believe, are there days that you should be avoiding to book on so that you can? Yeah?
Definitely. So Mondays and Fridays is a no-go. It's
Do
full
not
of
book
commuters.
on Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah, exactly. It's commuters, you know, flying back and forth from cities, and then people are going on holiday and people are taking advantage of the weekend. So try not travel on a Monday or a Friday. And obviously long weekends, that sort of stuff, school holidays, if you can avoid flying over those times, that'd be best. With regards to actually booking a flight, usually the airlines release their deals on like a Tuesday. So a Tuesday or a Wednesday if you're actually
Hashtag Travel Tuesday.
Yeah. Is usually a good time to book.
Okay.
Now, Emma, you guys always have amazing specials at travelstart.co.za. What can we look out for at the moment?
So we do at the moment, we're literally right now at 8 o'clock, we are releasing a 2-day flash sale with Etihad. So we have amazing deals. Phuket from 5,999 Rand, and New York, which is obviously amazing, for 6,999.
You're kidding me.
Really
And that's a return ticket.
That's a return ticket, and that's today and tomorrow only on Travel Start. It's exclusive to Travel Start. We've got your back. It's with Etihad Airways, which is an awesome airline to fly with. So yeah, if you're looking to go to New York, which is I think on everybody's... Frankfurt's also up there. It's also one of the top 10 destinations South Africans are traveling to at the moment. So yeah.
That's an amazing...
You know where to find me. Well, do check out all those wonderful specials at travelstart.co.za. And thank you for inspiring us once again on this Travel Tuesday, Emma. And yes, go out there, get booking, plan in advance. Don't be lastminute.com like Zoe, so that you can get the good prices.
Definitely get the good prices. Well, someone that's currently in Roodepoort, Johannesburg, is our very own Ewan Strydom. He is at the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens in Roodepoort, and it's all about the unveiling of the Sisulu Circle. Here's Ewan.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
All right, well, we'll catch up with you in a little bit later on. Still trying to sort out those technical bugs, but in the meantime, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with more Tuesday Feel Good Vibes right here on Expresso.
very cold. It became, but in Durban yesterday, I came back.
Oh,
from
really?
Durban. It was drizzling.
Yeah, it's like when I landed last night as well. It was nice, it's fine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, we all know that every year colds and flus disrupts our lives, making winter so miserable for everyone. Now, these days, many South Africans are looking for natural remedies to prevent and treat their infections and avoid those, having to use antibiotics, which is something that I try and avoid as well.
Yeah, and lately we've been talking about Avogel's Echinoforce and why it is regarded as one of the leading herbal cold and flu fighters in the world. Let's find out more.
A natural product that's clinically proven to strengthen the immune system and work against cold and flu viruses is one worth getting to know better. We went to the Avogel head office in Switzerland to talk to Dr. Roland Schorp about how Echinoforce actually works.
Taking a look at the way we live our lives today, it is obviously vastly different to what it was back in the day. Do you think that our immune systems adapted, evolved, trying to cope with the things that we deal with on a daily basis, stress, a very fast-paced life?
I don't think that the immune system has changed in the past 50 or 100 years. In principle, it's still the same. There are same cells, the same mediators that are produced by the immune system, and still more or less the same pathogens to be defended. But the surrounding has changed a lot. When Avogel started to produce Echinoforce, from this time until now, stress has increased a lot. I'm not aware of a single person that has not stressed. And also the nutrition plays an important role. I think today the nutrition has less ingredients, less nutritions, less vitamins. So I think today we're living in a less comfortable situation than 50 years ago when Avogel developed Echinoforce.
All the more reason to make sure that we take proper care of our bodies from the inside out. Now let's delve a little bit deeper on those studies done on Echinoforce. What have you found with the effectiveness of it on your colds and your flu viruses?
We are very certain that Echinoforce has two main actions. It has a very potent antiviral activity that is very important because 95% of colds and flu are viral. So if you have an activity against these bugs, against these pathogens, it's very potent. And on the other side, we know that Echinoforce is supporting certain functions of the immune system. So it's doing both. It has some blocking effects on the pathogens, and it has some supportive effects on the immune system. And this combination is unique.
So let's also further delve into the studies done on the actual immune system. What have you found with Echinoforce's effectiveness?
When we look at the effects of Echinoforce on the immune system, we have carried out a clinical trial with students, and we've given them Echinoforce for 8 days, and then we have taken isolated blood and challenged the blood outside of the body. So we kind of simulated a viral infection. And what we found out was that those individuals who have taken Echinoforce had a much better immune reaction against viruses. So it's a tailored reaction against these typical cold and flu pathogens. It is very important to prevent colds and flu because we know that these viruses, in particular influenza or other respiratory tract viruses, are able to suppress the immune system or to deplete the immune system. So this is the reason why viral infections may produce complications, because our immune system is exhausted.
We also know that between 20 and 30% of the cold and flu viruses turn into your secondary infections and also complications. So what are those studies found in terms of Echinoforce's effectiveness?
Normally, a cold and flu starts with a viral infection. When your immune system is in a good shape, is well prepared, then normally this infection lasts 7 days up to 10 days. When your immune system is really struggling with the virus, is really having a hard time to clear the infection, after 6 days, you might go into a secondary complication. And then it's not just viral, then a bacteria might add, and then you get a super infection. And then we talk about pneumonia, we talk about bronchitis, we're talking about sinusitis. And these are very severe infections. Where we've seen Echinoforce is not only preventing typical colds and flu, all of us experience, we have seen that Echinoforce is also able to prevent complications that arise from these principally mild infections. But when we talk about complications like sinusitis, bronchitis and pneumonia, we're talking about a preventative effect of about 50 to 60%, which is amazing. It's obviously very important in preventing secondary complication of colds and flu.
So with these clinical studies, you really get a sense of the effectiveness of a natural product like Echinoforce.
For many products, it's claimed that they can prevent colds and flu, that they can support your immune system, can make you stronger and more robust against infections. But actually, only few of them are really scientifically proven. I think for Echinoforce, we have a very strong record of scientific data to show that it's very effective.
For a 100% natural way to prevent and treat colds and flus and their complications, Echinoforce is proven as the strongest available herbal treatment worldwide.
Vogel's Echinoforce is the world's strongest herbal product that's clinically proven to prevent and treat colds, flu, and their complications.
Yo. Okay. Are we coming from studio or ad break? All right, we are coming to you live from the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens this morning for a rather momentous, I want to say historic moment for the unveiling of the Sisulu Circle this morning. And with 11 beautiful botanical gardens scattered across sunny South Africa, it is internationally classified as conservation gardens, and it really serves as a window into South Africa's biodiversity and something that we as South Africans can be very, very proud of. Right now, I am standing with the Minister of Environmental Affairs, Dr. Edna Molewa. Honourable Minister, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Can I just say, you look absolutely beautiful this morning.
Thank you. Thank you. If it comes from you, great.
How are you feeling ahead of this momentous occasion that's going to be happening this morning?
Well, I'm very excited indeed with my colleagues here present. We are just over the moon. The fact that we could actually be here today and dedicate this day to our own hero and heroine, Mama Sisulu and Tata Sisulu, but also during the Nelson Mandela centenary year. Had they been alive, they would really be just enjoying this with us.
You're giving me goosebumps by saying that, and we couldn't have asked for a better day because I believe it was a little bit rainy over the past 2 days here in Johannesburg. Sunshine coming out this morning, really just amplifying what is going to be happening here today. But let's quickly talk about the role of the South African National Biodiversity Institute and what role do they play with regards to biodiversity conservation in South Africa.
3 or rather 4 reasons indeed that I want us to share with South Africans what role did biodiversity play in South Africa. First of all, we are a nation that has ensured that we enshrine in our constitution the right to environment and preserve and conserve this environment for future generations as a country. Number 2, the Convention of Biodiversity actually obliges us to conserve these areas, and we have over 7,000 hectares of land that we have actually put aside. That's besides the other protected areas that we are doing this for. Third reason is for tourism. We want our people to enjoy themselves, to be here, have a healthy life, and really come here to breathe this nice air and enjoy themselves, but also to increase income, to create jobs for our people, to fight poverty. Those are the major reasons why we're actually having these botanical gardens. This is one of the growing ones Very much growing indeed.
And this is my second official time here at this particular botanical garden, and there's this air of just relaxation, and this is what it's all about. And with the Sisulu Circle in addition as well, that really amplify what people can experience here at the garden. Now, we've heard a little bit earlier on from Minister Derek Hanekom from the South African Tourism that we are classified as the third most mega diverse country in the world, which is a phenomenal almost achievement, can I say. But what do you feel that we as South Africans, as departments, need to do to maintain that mark?
196 countries of the world. Number 3 being South Africa. We are very proud of that. Most mega diverse country. It means we are actually amongst the like-minded mega diverse countries. And indeed, we need to preserve this, to conserve it going forward. What do we need to do? Every South African firstly start by enjoying it. You don't destroy anything that you enjoy. Ensure that if you find any species of anything, our scientists are working day and night, by the way, to keep us at this. We are number 3 after Indonesia and Brazil.
Sure.
So keep it up and let us really just continue to research and work harder, preserve that which has been preserved.
Yeah.
If they say to you, don't destroy a cycad, just don't do it, because those are the things that gives us value. If you put an orchid, for instance, the Orchid Society is here to tell us more about one of the species that have been found recently that they discovered just here around this botanical garden, which they will announce later, and we really just don't want to steal thunder from them, but it's named after this mama of ours. This is what we are here to celebrate, this orchid, very beautiful one, the recently found one, and it's going to be renamed after her. So don't destroy it. Had it been just in the bush here and somebody destroyed it, we wouldn't have this kind of facility that the facility that we have to actually continue to boast about and bring more tourists to this country. So yes, let's continue to conserve.
And like I mentioned, I mean, it is something that we as South Africans can be very proud of. And for people of South Africa, go and visit the botanical gardens, go and take a look at what we have. Just briefly, quickly, the Sisulu Circle, what do you feel it's going to add to this particular botanical garden?
As I said earlier on, it's actually beginning to ensure that this botanical garden does grow, and all others grow through visitation in numbers of people who are coming here. Of course, it's not enough. We want many people to come to South Africa. Know your country. Somebody was saying to me earlier on as I was walking through here that, you know, we brought members of parliament here and told them that, oh, there's gold here. And they were looking for a mine. And we said, this is actually gold, our own kind of gold. So this circle of Walter Sisulu is one of the gold that we have in South Africa. We are very proud of it. It actually is having so much to tell about story and really life of our own hero, who has been, and we're so proud to have had my predecessors naming and renaming this botanical garden after him. Now there's an orchid as well to add on to the Mama Sisulu. So do come and visit and see the circle yourself. I don't want you to come and just hear us here and say, no, we're now telling stories about it. Come and see so that you tell stories.
Come spend some time. Dr. Edna, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. Enjoy the rest of the morning. Like I said, you look absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
You fit the scene absolutely perfectly. So we are here, of course, for the official unveiling of the Sisulu Circle. We'll be doing that a little bit later on. So stick around right now. Let's get back to studio. Zoe and Graham in the kitchen.
Yep, back in the kitchen indeed. Thank you so much, Ewan, setting the scene there. And of course, a little bit earlier, we heard from Ewan as he was in Switzerland talking about Force's ability to not only treat the symptoms of cold and flu, but help us boost our immune system. So we thought we'd put together a beautiful immune-boosting drink, a mint and lemon green tea, a delicious idea to warm you up and keep you healthy and I think happy. It's kind of a comfort food all rolled into one. Couldn't be easier, especially with our beautiful Defy innovation, the Red Sense Kettle. So let's get started with our tea.
That's right.
So Zoe, you're going to do, because your hands are gorgeous, you're going to do the hard yards here.
So we're going to make a mint and lemon tea. So naturally, we need the hot water. So I'm going to just pop on the Defy Red Sense Kettle. It's got a little blue light that indicates it's on. So our water is going to boil. And while that happens, we're going to add some honey. In fact, I'm going to wait for the water to boil. But we're going to make a green tea. So I'm going to add 2 little bags of the green tea to our little combination.
I mean, our green tea is absolutely jam-packed with antioxidants, a really healthy option, and obviously doesn't come with the caffeine that a lot of our hot drinks do.
That's right.
So you're going to use yourself a peeler there just to get our lemon peelers.
There we go. So we've got some in there already, but naturally you'll add a little bit more. And then we're going to cut it open. And just
there we
get
go.
some lemon juice in there as well.
Our heat sensor is kicked off to make sure that we don't get overboiling. What I'm loving about this red sense Defy kettle, obviously it's got the automatic shut off. It turns the appliance off.
Oopsie,
No need to
sorry.
just turn into a rock star and throw stuff around, Zoe. But this is a big thing for me. The heater is actually concealed, so you don't get that buildup of lime scale, which is something that freaks me out because we use a lot of hot water, especially for Jack, my bubba's kind of water and to sterilize things. I hate that lime scale when it comes out. So it really is a brilliant innovation there for me.
Okay, so we can add some honey.
I'm just waiting for you to just throw that on the floor once we're done.
There we go. We're going to add some honey just to balance it out a little. The taste. There we go.
And you do need a little sweetness in your life.
Yeah, so we'll just give it a good stir.
Now, ordinarily, you would kind of let that infuse for 3-4 minutes to get the most, especially out of the lemon and the mint. Obviously, the green tea is going to draw quite quickly in that sense, but you want to get a real flavor punch. But if any of these things are a little too tart, a little too strong for you, you can kind of do it to taste.
There we
and we've
go.
got a miniature sieve, so what I'm going to ask you to do is try and get as many of those little ingredients out. You don't have to throw them on the floor.
Okay, I'm going to do it very slowly. I've been warned to do it extremely slowly because that way I don't spill.
And the funny thing is, if you're battling with like sinuses and things, you can probably just put your
Oh, it smells like a great little mint lemon, yes.
It really is
There we
lovely,
go.
delicious. And it feels like this is something that my grandmother would have told me to make. Whenever we were sick, it was like, never mind the medicine, you either boost your immune system or you make honey and lemon.
There we go.
So it really is something that
It literally
comforts you
is
as
easy
well.
peasy lemon squeezy because we squeezed a little bit of lemon in there. And of course, we've got a keyword for you. It's drink if you'd love to have, how to make this mint and lemon recipe. Just SMS the keyword drink to 33728.
All right, let's cross back now to our botanical gardens we are stepping closer, ever closer to the reveal of Sisulu Circle. Go and take a look.
All right, well, welcome back. We are still here at the National Botanical Gardens, the Walter Sisulu Gardens in Rudepoort. Absolutely fabulous day for the unveiling of the Sisulu Circle, and what a morning it has been so far. Absolutely phenomenal. Right now, I'm very proud to say I'm standing with the official granddaughter, Ntiki Sisulu, joining me this morning just to tell us how she is feeling about this momentous day. Ntiki, how are you, my love?
Nervous, but good morning.
No, don't be nervous. I'm good. I would love to find out exactly how it is you are feeling right now, because, I mean, this garden was officially renamed back in 2004 after South Africa celebrating 10 years of democracy. I mean, what does it mean for you, for your family's name as well?
I think it means more, and hopefully it would mean more for South Africans in particular to be able to claim Walter Sisulu and Albertina Sisulu together, because they are the ones who actually brought about the legacy.
Yes.
The rest of us are actually making a choice now, whether to follow the legacy or not to follow the legacy. So we're really feeling very excited. I think it's really an honor that they are actually recognized in this particular way, and that hopefully people who come and enjoy the gardens would also take a minute or two to have a look at the Sisulu Circle and get some history in the process.
Yeah. And do you feel like, taking a look at what is happening today with the Sisulu Circle, that our heroes, our South African heroes that brought us to the point we are today are correctly being celebrated in South Africa?
Not enough. Not enough, and I don't think they're correctly being celebrated. I think you would know that in our public discourse at the moment, it's really about the negative aspects of what our leaders have done. So it's the Mandela sold out, Mbeki was arrogant, Zuma's corrupt, and Cyril is a white monopoly capitalist. And as the more we perpetuate those narratives, we don't do very much to grow and learn from the lessons that our leaders have brought us. So I think as a society, yes, we are a growing society. We're enjoying the discourse, but it's absolutely important that we find a balance between what we know are what we would say the mistakes, and we learn from that, but also as we lament those mistakes, we make sure we chart the way forward. What is it that we are going to do different about that which we did not like?
Absolutely, and I think by something like the Sisulu Circle that's going to be unveiled this morning is taking a step in the right direction, which is absolutely phenomenal. How are you feeling about the particular setup, about the Sisulu Circle here this morning?
I think it's a good initiative that shows a working together of both the Department of Environmental Affairs as well as the Department of Tourism. And you'll remember that it gives one great pleasure to know that now everybody in South Africa has access to what once used to be an individual's farm, and later a state institution that only a select few people had access to. Now what both Albertina and Walter Sisulu have done in their history is allowed us to have access to this kind of natural resources where we can enjoy it with our families at different times of the year. And so it does give us indeed great pleasure and hope that other leaders in our country could be celebrated for the good that they have done.
And I've said it earlier on, I think the thing that people really need to drive home is the fact that they need to come and visit the Botanical Gardens and see installations like this and initiatives as well. With specific regard to the Sisulu Circle, what is it that you really want people to take away and experience when they are here after the official unveiling?
That there were leaders who were selfless in the struggle and never looked for accolades and didn't actually see that there would be accolades in the end, but that they fought for justice for black, whites, colors and Indians in this country alike, and justice for women and for men equally. And so I'd like people to take away from this country that we are all a collective humanity, and in our humanity we can do good things.
Absolutely, because we all want to just spend together. We want to have our time in South Africa. We want to enjoy this beautiful country that we have. We want to move forward with this gorgeous country of ours as well. Do you have a final message for South Africans maybe watching this morning? You want to celebrate the centenary of Mama Albertina Sisulu with you this morning?
I would just want to say we're very grateful that the rare orchid that was first sighted in these gardens in 1918 and again in 1956, which is aligned to Mama Albertina Sisulu's year of birth, 1918, and of course the 1956 Women's March, which she was part of the organizing of it. So in this centenary year, we'd like people to take from Albertina Sisulu's legacy how she led, that she was a leader who served in her community, in her profession as a nurse and a midwife, but did so with integrity and dignity, respecting all humanity.
Yeah, and I can just imagine how proud you must feel at this particular moment as well, seeing how far we have come. So what I want to say is enjoy the rest of the morning and come back. I'm sure you're going to be visiting quite often.
Yes, every September we come here, Heritage Month, and we certainly have a family picnic with our children, and we do enjoy it. So we hope more families come through and enjoy it as well.
Nziki, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it. And I love the fact that you are here and the direction that we are taking with this installation as well. Absolutely amazing. We're getting closer to that moment of the official unveiling of the Sisulu Circle. We'll bring you all the action live right here from the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens. Right now, it's back to Leanna Cat in studio.
Thanks, bro. Yes, things looking beautiful. Yes,
Stunning.
Absolutely. And at the top of the hour, we'll be getting that first view of what it might look like, or what it will look like at the Sisulu Circle right there at the Botanical Gardens.
And we're going to give you a first view of what's happening in the kitchen. We are making olive and pine nut tapenade on a crostini.
What?
Sounds absolutely amazing. I love it when we talk foreign on the show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3, as we continue our live crossover to the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens with Ewan.
Very special broadcast live from the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens right here in Roodepoort. It's a fantastic day here in Roodepoort, absolutely beautiful. The sun is out. I couldn't have asked for better weather for the unveiling of the Sisulu Circle this morning. Now, throughout the morning, we've heard from various ministers and also including the Sisulu family about the special unveiling this morning. Right now, I am standing with the Executive Mayor Councillor for Mogale City, Patrick Deputy, this morning, just to give us his thoughts on what is happening this morning. Patrick, thank you very much, my friend. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing very well.
Nice. Are you excited?
Yeah, highly excited.
I can just see that smile says everything. Yes. What is the significance of this particular launch, the Sisulu Circle, to the people of Mogale City?
Look, as people of Mogale City, we are busy trying to ensure that we are known with beautiful things. We are known with things that when we want people from outside our municipality, we can be able to sell those particular things. So today is an event of a Sisulu Circle launch. To us is a very important thing. It's adding to what we already have, like the cradle of humankind. So we're excited to be part of this particular process.
Absolutely, and I can tell the excitement in the air right here as we're getting closer to the official unveiling as well. Yes. Now, the Botanical Gardens are situated between Johannesburg and Mogale City. How are you strategically working between the two cities to promote the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens as a world-class tourist destination?
Look, I know that in the past there were certain things that the municipality of Mogale City would have taken decision to do certain things here. Things that I believe very strongly, because there are certain reviews around those particular matters. What will be very important is our effective coordination between the two municipalities to ensure that we work with the experts on things that they think are very important that they need to be done in order to really appreciate the indigenous things that have been discovered in this particular area. So we are going to coordinate together with them, so that at the end of the day we are able to achieve the significance of this particular area, as I said earlier on, to be able to sell it and be able to bring as many tourists in this particular area in order to conserve it.
And this is definitely one of the most breathtaking gardens here in the Roodepoort area as well. And we can be very proud as South Africans that we have this in our backyard as well. But with the unveiling of the Sisulu Circle, I mean, obviously that means also tourism opportunities. And do you hope that with the unveiling of this new initiative and this new installation at the Botanical Gardens, that it will bring more tourists? Do you feel that it will attract more tourists, not only locally, but also internationally?
Definitely, and that's what we want to basically achieve. So the issue is that they want to do things that are going to be sufficient enough to be able to bring the tourists there in this particular area. And we know that once tourists they come here, they will be able to also bring investment, and that investment will help us to deal with the triple challenges of poverty, unemployment, and inequality.
Yeah. Now, I think what makes this also very special with regards to the unveiling of the Sisulu Circle is that we are doing it in conjunction with the centenary of our very own Tata Madiba as well. How does that make you feel on an emotional level?
Look, I think we couldn't ask for much, particularly in order to be able to have a name that has got significance itself, so that it can add to the significance of this particular area. Mandela, as we correctly say, and also our Mama Albertina Sisulu. You couldn't come at a better time.
Yeah, and if they were here today, they would have been absolutely proud.
They were going to be very proud, and I was going to be able to annulate.
And I can see the excitement from you. Thank you very much, Patrick, for joining us this morning, and congratulations on all the effort and the hard work that you and your department have been put in.
Thank you very much. Also, you see, media is very important in things like this one, because it's able to reach every person in the world.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're able to put this on the map, and that the people of South Africa, they should know about this, come through and experience it. We are here still this morning for that official unveiling of the Sisulu Circle a little bit later on this morning. That was Executive Mayor Councillor from the Mogale City, Patrick Deputy.
Olive Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover.
Well, lovely taking in all the sights and scenes of the, of course, Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens and all the special celebrations happening there. But in the kitchen right now, olive tapenade on a crostini is a classic recipe that can be prepared very quickly for any occasion, and everyone must really like it because there's never a drop left at the end of the party. And the bonus is that no one will know that you've actually spent only a few minutes in the kitchen adding a touch of pride to this crowd pleaser. And Leanne, you are the crowd pleaser today, preparing it for us. Of course, our secret ingredients that we're using is our olive pride extra virgin olive oil and our olive pride olives themselves.
Let me tell you, this is my jam right now. Like, this is my tapenade right now. It's so delicious. All you need is some olives. Over here, we're going to pop them into our blender. And then we've got some sun-dried tomatoes. I love all of these ingredients so much.
When I think of olives, they take me back to Madrid. I was in Madrid a couple of years ago.
Madrid.
In Madrid, you have them with their rebujito, paella.
Listen, anything you say followed by I was in Madrid this one time. It's just going to be amazing. Capers, pine nuts. We've got some garlic, and then my favorite, anchovies. Are you a fan of anchovies?
They're very salty.
Hey?
Like they hit the spot.
They do, they do.
I can only handle them in brief bits.
Okay.
If you will. So you're going to blend that all up.
We've got a spritz of lemon and then about a quarter cup of our olive pride olive oil. Absolutely amazing.
Look at your
cold
cooking self.
Extracted
You literally measured a quarter cup with your hand. Like only professional chefs really know how to do that. When you just go, that's a quarter cup.
I'm ready for marriage. I've been telling you this whole time. All right. Let's just pulse all of those together. Wait until it is nicely mixed up there.
So there's
and it's going to come together.
Yeah, and there's a beautiful, beautiful flavors coming together there. In the meantime, you at home can, of course, SMS the keyword Clover to 33728, and we'll send you a link to the recipe and a list of the ingredients as well. Of course, Olive Pride's extra virgin olive oil, a staple in all kitchens. You can use it every day in all kinds of cooking, in all kinds of things that you need olive oil in. So you would have blended that up for a little bit longer, right?
Blended,
what do we do here then?
All right, so we're going to take our mixture over here. We've got no. Do you want to do that? Because I feel like this is your job.
With the knife, that's why we've got those beautiful rosemary sprigs in there with our extra virgin olive oil and garlic. No, it's yours.
Okay.
Actually, you're ready for marriage, so you must show these things.
With the tapenade.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. What are you doing?
So what is this?
Pour that back in there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let me help you, Miss. I'm ready for marriage. See, the idea is that you're supposed to take these rosemary sprigs because it's for the flavor infusion. This is not just for decoration. And then after you just bless them. Blessings. Blessings. So you just gotta,
it's
get
gonna
it.
Take a while.
Oh no, don't worry. Time is all we have.
Time is everything.
It's on our side. So then once you've done this, not
our
that my director disagrees.
Time is not what we have right now.
Then you're gonna get these into the oven and toast them until they're lovely golden brown.
Wonderful.
Such as these. And then once it's done, you're going to be then getting your...
That's what we would use the knife for.
Exactly. Oh. But now it's pre-coated with some extra garlic, so the flavor is certainly within.
There's one for
Thank you very, very much.
Sharing is caring. There's one for me.
All right. Should we show everyone how we made this? Or how you made this, rather?
Exactly.
Check us out. Oh, that's good.
This Clover Olive Pride Pine Nut and Olive Tapenade on a crostini is a classic recipe that can be prepared quickly for any occasion. The bonus to this delicious starter is that no one will know that you only spent a few minutes in the kitchen adding a touch of pride to this crowd pleaser. For this recipe, you'll need 360 grams of Olive Pride green pitted olives, a quarter cup of Olive Pride extra virgin olive oil, a quarter cup sun-dried tomatoes, 2 tablespoons toasted pine nuts, 2 anchovy fillets, 2 tablespoons capers, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, salt and pepper, 1 baguette, 4 cloves roasted garlic, and 2 sprigs of rosemary. Add Clover Olive Pride green pitted olives to blender. Add the capers and garlic. Then add your pine nuts, salt and pepper, anchovy fillets, sun-dried tomatoes, and lemon juice. Next, it's time to add a touch of pride. Blend until smooth. Set aside. For the crostini, brush the baguette slices with rosemary sprigs dipped in garlic olive oil. Bake at 200 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Make sure to toast both sides. Serve immediately with your Clover Olive Pride Pine Nut and Olive Tapenade for your guests to enjoy at your next party.
Made with love by Clover.
And
Absolutely delicious. Kat, yours is done already.
It's done. It's that delicious. That's how you add a touch of pride. Simple as that. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728 and you can make your own beautiful tapenade at home.
Amazing. You know that now that we've both had garlic, right?
What?
We can have a conversation.
All right, so beautiful stuff. Clover to 33728. As we, are you all right there? Are you quite okay? We're going to continue our coverage, our live coverage of the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens. A very special unveiling of the Sisulu Circle about to go down, and Ewan is the man on the scene for us. As what? Let's cross over to Ewan.
Olive Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover.
All right, well, it is the moment that we've all been waiting for, the official ribbon cutting and unveiling of the Sisulu Circle this morning. And here we go. We are right there. We are in the thick of it. You are more than welcome to continue.
Thank you, ministers and the Sisulu family. It's that moment for the unveiling.
And the excitement is real. It has been building the entire morning, and there we have it.
It says Sisulu Circle. This circle was officially unveiled by the Minister of Environmental Affairs, Dr. Edna Mlewa, and Minister of Tourism, Mr. Terry Kaneko, on the 10th of July 2018. The initiative is funded by the Department of Tourism. Thank you.
And there we have it, very, very special. We've heard from ministers, we've heard from members of the Sisulu family as well as to what this means. So what I can say from my side is come down, come and visit the Sisulu Circle. It is absolutely magical, but in all, let's take care of our biodiversity. It is something that we as South Africans can be incredibly, incredibly proud. And what an honor to be part of such an historic moment here today. Make a turn here, come just enjoy, come switch off and make sure that you take in every bit of beauty that South Africa has to offer.
Wonderful celebrations. Thank you very much, Ewan, for the live coverage. And we're going to take a quick break, after which Jerry Silverman will be performing live on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
So that I could only feel, not see the sky. Can I just taste my pedal? And I pray to learn, yes I pray to learn how to raise right here.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time for us to find out the answer to our Travel Tuesday competition. Where in the world, not actually competition, but just a little quiz that we had. Of course, the name we're looking for is that of one of the 5 Dutch-speaking provinces that form part of the region of Flanders. Let's see if you knew the answer. Selby says Liège is the Pontical Garden. All right, Kabeli says Dinant, Belgium. Chandra says Limburg, Belgium. Kelisa says Limburg. Irene says Netherlands. Malcolm says Belgium. Randall says Limburg. Simila Kiswe says Limburg. And then Angel says France. So different people saying different names. But we are going to end off here with Reginald Mazibuko, who used that hashtag Expresso show, because that's what we want you to use all the time. And the correct answer is Limburg. So well done to everybody who got involved with our Travel Tuesday game. We'll do it again next Tuesday, same time, same place.
Okay, Limburg in Belgium. Jerry Silverman, have you been to Limburg, Belgium?
I've not.
No?
No.
Planning to travel there anytime soon, maybe?
No, I mean, I'd like to.
Okay, but
Cool.
Cape Town's good enough for now.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, let's talk about your album, Dear Life. Who did you work with on the album, and what was the inspiration behind a lot of the songs? Was there a golden thread that ties all the songs together, or were they each made of different independent moments?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the thread. Each song has its own unique kind of vibe and
Yes.
story, but a lot of the songs, I was questioning a lot about life and where I was going, so they have that kind of thread of like, what am I doing, where am I going, who am I, that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, and as an artist, when you put yourself out there to write songs that especially tackle things like that, like philosophy and life culture and things like that, do you find yourself at the end having come to some kind of solution?
Yes, not necessarily a solution, but I write when I'm emotional and when I'm feeling something. So writing for me is this process that helps me heal, you know. Whatever I'm going through, I sit down and write and I immediately feel better. And then, you know, it takes me a while to understand what the song's about, and the meaning keeps changing for me, but it keeps teaching me.
Yeah, and who did you work with on the album?
I worked with a producer in New York. Her name's Katie Buchanan. She's a singer-songwriter and a producer in New York.
Fantastic. And I don't know if you've been looking out at any other artists out there that you might be looking to collaborate with from either international waters or right here locally?
I love Shekinah.
Yeah?
She is amazing. Yeah.
You would do a vibe with Shekinah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Shekinah, she watches this show, by the way.
Okay,
So,
hey.
You just holler at Shekinah. Hey.
Hey.
One time.
Yeah, we think.
All right, well, looking forward to seeing what else you'll be delivering throughout the year. Good luck with the album tour and all the shows you've got coming up. And of course, you can follow at Jerry Silverman, Jeri, on social media to keep up to date with exactly what's happening. So this last song you're performing for us, what is it?
It's called Green.
And what is it about?
It's a song about following your gut, following something when you don't know exactly where to go, but you're following something that's saying yes, and you're trusting that, and you're going with it.
Beautiful message. The stage is yours. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Today I awoke with a scream, with your hand below my chin, and suddenly it ceased to be a dream. Today I awoke to the rustle of the stars, clearing out the night from my eyes, not see the sky. And I am following the green, the scream that became loud and clear. Oh, and I am following blindly in the hopes that one day I should truly see. I'm still afraid to say. You still make me feel that way. Ordinary way, shake the shadows we've become. When seeing eye to eye, tense in life. When every breath we take is built to die.
how you do it, eh? That's how you do it.
Wow, amazing.
Incredible.
Stuff, man.
Tuesday Tunes from Jerry Silverman. And like I said, follow her on social media to keep up to date with what she's getting up to. She's got a show coming up at Cafe Rue. Brand new album, Dear Life, is out. And Shekinah, you heard it.
You've been called out,
Let's
sister.
be holla.
You've been
Holla.
called out. Maybe she had something to do with us trending at #1 on the Twitterverse today here in SA. Thank you so much for that, guys. That's all on you. Absolutely love you. But it's been a great day, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to our brother Ewan on the other side of the world. Great to
Very
see something
cold
momentous.
Joburg.
Yeah, man. You forget how chilly it is. But yeah, it's been a great day, man.
It's been a great day, and of course we have a lot coming up for you tomorrow. It's parenting advice, and we're going to focus on teens and body image, a very important conversation to be had.
Absolutely. And then also guest artist Jan Blom will be performing music for us on our Feel Good Breakfast show. Something to look forward to.
Then, of course, Gordon Iggeson's going to be stepping into Chat World Cup semi-finals, assess today's and preview tomorrow's. And then for our Culinary Hotline, we're going to get you inspired with a World Cup-themed Culinary Hotline bling, zing, zing, zing.
So what, are we cooking French or Belgian, or
yeah, we will wait and see.
English or Croatian?
Bangers and mash, baby. Bangers and mash.
And then we're also catching up with local author Rachel Makutu on her book that is making international waves. But we'll do all of that tomorrow, South Africa.
We love you.
We'll see you same time, same place. Goodbye.
Too much. Mwah.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.